So, but if you look at artists want it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a cartel collab, and him pick and choose who him want give him collab. You know what I mean? Because I just say him they know. Virgin back then when Shower was the same thing as a cartel,
Mm-hmm.
the man went on in the music, but in the music.
You think live,
And
you know.
yeah man, we go on around man.
Live on YouTube, you know.
You see, come up on
Lock off the one of the thing them.
the song, violent song.
Enough artists me say them go to Shabba forget that. What them call it bar, like a 20 bar or something like that. What them
A
call it?
feature.
Them say bars.
Mm-hmm.
8 bar.
Or whatever. And them say all the money to get like a couple bar from Shabba. It's like they never see the money from them bar and what do much less to go give them the money there. Yeah. Them man way over the top, Bridget. Nah. So like the money basically I say nah do it.
Mm.
No, but the man will on business principle, brother.
Yeah, me know, me understand that, you know, but me I say the money where they like them say my charge is like I say nah do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like say, it's just like yeah, go book an artist for a show now. And the artist say, boy, it's $1 billion more.
In price himself out of show.
Yeah, it's like it's $1 billion more do. So yeah, say right, okay. Forget about that because there is no way you're gonna make $1 billion.
And then must say, so negotiate. You know, make sense, you negotiate.
Yeah. It's so far off, you know, make sense.
Yeah, you know, make sense.
And a couple of artists well me here say it.
Because and so many artists give for them one away and they want to do no paperwork.
All right, remember saying, no, you have a point, you know, you have the artists them where them turn big artists and then them not really have voice, but them still in the music same way, right? So every man that love to get a little collab from them and you know what I mean? Man do them album, them one them pan album and them thing there. As me call cartel before. There are a couple of artists same way. A man that love to have some man that love to have a sizzle collab, you know what I mean? Some man that love to have, you know what I mean?
But one of the legends. You know, Buju do no whole heap of collab with no whole heap of man.
And him do whole heap, you know, but how he do it for?
Yeah.
Because we look on certain people album, you see him funny.
No, I think Buju's principle and philosophy is that you have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
So me can come give you a strength, you see me?
Right.
Screen no dark, so.
For him not go take collab for anyone.
Yeah, cause him can't
yeah, stand that same way.
He can't shake you up him thing, you know?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Man, when I say man, I talk like prominent. You know, like we talk about like a massacre doing album and I say, you know, say yo, that nice fear about a Shabba on the album. I do a line or two. And then go say Ray Shabba. Shabba say, you know, say, oh, a 4 mil US.
Yeah, man.
So we're live?
Yeah, man. We have running food, man.
Yo.
But I mean, I'm on price at them price, yeah, sir. And I'm
just like that.
Word, so at the end of the day, you have to deal with the thing on principle. And that's why enough man say enough gatekeeper in the business because some producer now work with some artists same way. For various reasons, business reasons.
Yeah, a lot of personal stuff them deal with some of the times. Like true because this artist and this artist no good. Them I said, boy, them now go up on the same rhythm with some artists or
same show.
Yeah, all them kind of style. Our foolishness them just sitting there. You see me? Foolishness them just sitting there.
And some artists say they nah perform after some artists. Because when some artists perform, you know, you play a shakedown, you know, and nothing left, you know.
Yeah, but you have to have that, you have to have that too. You have to have that thing because guess what now? You have some artists you can't really perform after. Because if you is a little bubbling artist, you know what I mean, you have one tune and one two tune. And then you have this hot artist now. Where him run a place, him majority of people in come for currency. And him want to work before you.
Yeah, sometimes they do that for flap you.
He want to work before you. 5 o'clock in the morning. Eh? When him work, the crowd not gone back at him, Bridging.
Yeah, man.
Case in point, Beanie Man. As a Beanie Man say, you know, yo, Beanie Man a wicked man, you know. How that terrible Bridging in the world.
Them man, they love it. Them man, they love it for day one, brother. They want their shot.
Yo, Beanie Man look like he just look around the backside and say, yo, all right, you're not right tonight, you know. No, me I work.
We don't know about that part, but we know I love him, my brother.
No, me attack work before people. He knows there's only little artist that works same way. And Beanie Man go take him mic and knows there when him by the way, him have a style. He might come off the stage, he must say, good night, people. Enjoy yourself. All right.
Like I close the show. But you have a section of the show specifically for that purpose now. Because in the 90s and the 80s, as singers used to close show. Them D Brown, they used to close show. Freddie McGregor, them man, they used to close show.
Them was the big artist in the time, man.
Yeah. A killer come change that. A killer come change that, you know.
Right. Good if you can see you can come admit them things still, you know.
No, but we give killer and props, you know, brother. But one thing me never rate about killer. And one thing me never rate about killer, me not like how him deal with Merciless. And Merciless say, alright, me not want up say I hear a voice. But we're going to work with a voice until we find my one. And them time they know say town lucky business. And no countryman now get no head look. Now get no look in. And Merciless come shake it up. Silver Cat come shake it up and them a represent country. So a country we think there. But Killer the general. We know that. I just that the style and Killer only work with talent. Killer don't work with artists when I have talent.
At what point?
No, him not work with no artist when I have talent. Any artist him see and bring in, them have to be talented because him still have some artists when he can't boss alone, you know.
Yeah, that man say at one point.
Him still have
at one point, you know. At one point, you know, once the Killer say you know, brother.
Yaga.
Done.
We can get on guest link.
Yeah, man.
Drop.
You could have shared the YouTube link.
I shared it already, but more and drop a guest link in the chat.
For Riverside.
Yeah.
Alright, let me stop this.
Stop what? Stop it? Stop what?
Oh, okay.
No, man, you want to generate, if you can generate one link.
Yeah, the link is there, but we don't have one reasoning for this, not true. I'll make it go on, man. You share the link.
We don't want to stop this one. Go on, if you can find a link, see, we can drop the links, the normal link, you know, but we just don't want the link there all the while. It doesn't even matter still. Because only when we are work and can use it. But you know, we can delete it after.
Drop on in our chat there.
Yeah, man, that's how it comes along, you know. So it's a great energy for you, so we can really go live and more interactive with the family, you know.
Well, if we leave out the clash thing unless we're going to look on the clash thing from a historical perspective and we're going from time because a whole heap of tune we say a surface, you know. Massacre, Massacre show binds. Yo.
Take side and clash.
Yeah, boss take
take
side.
side.
Yeah.
No, him not take side. Him with that two binds long time. Pan Tamili Sean Storm.
Who is that? Who did that? Massacre?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I said them pull up some older song.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know with
the real
them
guys, the
them
real crocodiles, them, you know.
The crocs active.
Yeah, man, the crocs them active, man. And I'm sure say I don't know thing. I don't know Massacre about it, you know, and I don't know him at true binds.
Well, that's why I say when you say is a man who in build film career the way they you know, because when him come out, like the way they might deal with the music, like him a go after everyone, you see it. And to him lyrical, like the man just had drop lyrics, you see it. But you see what I mean, the artists them in the business where when them go through them thing enough time them kind of get all out of the business, you know. There are a number of reasons to like one fear, like people fear them, so them try to block them out of the business. And two, I think and this is one of the things I realize with a lot of them is that enough time them what do I call it now, like them have so much things in them heavens what them want to say on the rhythm. Like them just are full up the rhythm of lyrics. You get me? And two them have so much lyrics in the bars them. Sometimes you can't even hear them. So them must sacrifice lyricism and lyrical prowess for clarity. And I think when them really come to a point now where them can balance those two things is when them really make that transition from just like a up and coming to a solid artist. You know, see it. And
yeah, but that's how you determine if an artist bad because him lyrical and it's not only about the lyrics as well. It's about how you put the song together because the people who have the ears I listen to all them things they know them I listen to flow on the beat same way too. And how the song is mixed. So everything play a part in it. So the whole thing have to be up. Everybody game have to be up. And the competition itself brings out creativity. And that is what we realize about. No for the clash them will go on. They make the man them better.
Right.
You make them better?
Yeah, man. Look for Beanie and Bounty, Mavado and Carter. So the man used to drop through, man.
Somebody know about them live. Tell me Ofi. May I try to put a topic on the live. Me drop the link.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put a topic, but super chat.
Yeah, man. So with Massacre and Tamili vibration, you know, is like is a good energy for Tamili, I think. I think it benefits Tamili more than Massacre because it really brings Tamili to the forefront of the thing again. Wherein Tamili thing did kind of. And to be honest, you know, Tamili is one of the artists that kind of have a solid fan base too, you know. You get what I say? Yeah, man, have a solid fan base. But him wasn't as relevant as him would have liked to be relevant. And this clash now with Massacre really improving relevance. And I see it really improving relevance. So him come and him get this opportunity. So him know for just really capitalize on it. Cause it not just focus solely on build clash song or this song. Find some hit song too.
People we talk about clashing in a dancers. Anybody want to join the discussion? We have a link in our chat. So join in and come tell me what I go on in clash, because to a whole, I don't really know what I go
on. Yeah, man. But him just have to find some hit song too, you know? Find some hit song. Because the space, the space, clash is a fundamental part of the space. Because from the early days of the music, clash been a part of the music. And the fans, culturally, the fans love the clash as well, you know? The fans love the thing as well. I see it. Yeah, man. So I saw it come down same way. So he must just capitalize on it. But I hope so with Massacre side now. I hope so him not make this kind of block a lot of the doors on my thing that are open for him. And I see it. I hope so he not really block a lot of the doors where that open for him still. So I saw it come down.
But you know the music is built on controversy, you know, brother.
Yeah, because them say
that is what sells,
not true. Yeah,
so the people behind music adapt them off as he said speed.
Yeah, man, a real thing, man.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this them know them have to do. Because what is what after a clash, you know. But I'm not gonna know, because right now, not too no job for a while now. So not too no job for a while. I don't know.
But we've seen little skirmishes from other artists who try to go at it, cargo and I acting, and them call it a day, them do a few tunes and say this is the last one. You see DeMarco. I want DeMarco was at it. Him and she, you know.
A friendly thing, that man. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I say he be still, but
that's why I would say a skirmish.
Fully body. Last year, man, fully body.
Yeah.
But that you see, that do nothing for full body now. Nothing for fully body. Because after it like you make your reverse theme. Because after that, we don't hear nothing about fully body again.
So that brings it to the point I'm just make when I say them focus so much on the clash that them forget the aspect of making a hit song. Because it's very few clash song a hit song.
Yeah, but the thing is, before the clash, fully bad never no hit song still, and then after a clash, I think he get worse.
Him did I get a little buzz, man. Him did I get a little buzz because
but there's no more sting. There's no more sting to sustain that culture. So if you don't have a name and you don't have some hit tune out there, yeah, you might get a beating.
Yeah.
No cure your bad and lyrically, you see me?
But remember, even when I the next more lyrical artist in the industry, which is like a Currie site, that the one there, you know, is what I call it, you know, a clash thing, kind of slope theme thing too, you know. Because once him get corner, cause it's a thing what can corner, you know, one aspect of the music again too, you know.
Because he brand himself as a clash artist.
Yeah, and it's like people only want to hear your clash. They don't want to hear no other music. If it's not a clash song or this song, they don't want to hear that.
What?
Keep rich.
Well, after what Keep Rich have him career before that still, you know?
Long before.
Yeah.
Right. So when him get corner in the aspect of the music,
the clash thing.
It hurt him. You know, see it. And then
maybe younger generation don't know still, but Keep It have whole heap of hits still. Whole heap of hits, and yeah, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
Keep It a big artist, brother.
Yeah, man.
Keep It a big artist.
Yeah, but he kind of get caught on the clash thing there.
Yeah.
where at Christmas people are waiting for him to come crush a sting. It's a big artist.
And then worse when time Black Rhino come beat him now, that make it even worse. Cause like them I said that should have never happened. Cause nobody did see that. You know, see it, and then again see even Black Rhino there again too.
I saw it go all the while. Remember some Merciless it killed 3.
Here is someone man. Here is someone man.
You can't left out the Merciless killed 3 though. I have mentioned that.
Them treat him as an underdog, not true?
Here is someone man.
But it's a warring than a lyrical warrior. I saw them man they get a boss in a game, you see me?
We are always gonna be reminded that Merciless killed 3. We can't ever forget that. Merciless killed 3.
Yes,
and then the downfall of that now, him just build for a year and I wait for the next thing and then I put out no tune.
Yeah. But Merciless, no.
He never get the momentum when supposed to get out of it and keep the momentum.
Talking about Merciless, you know. Merciless, the most time tune for the same producer. Merciless is not a user vice over producer, you know, if I notice, you know. Gaddafi?
Gaddafi, yeah.
Yeah, Gaddafi.
Because them time they did hard for breaking our business and get a
no, but me I say when him break, him still not really vice to nobody else.
When you find a link, you just hold on for your link and deal with the thing, you see me?
Because me about it about, you know, about me say it, you know. So Merciless, none of them boy nobody like Merciless, you know, but the one thing with Merciless, you know, him no vice, you know. Him no vice too much.
When carrying on people loyal, them loyal, man.
Him no vice, you know. I say it's a real thing, Merciless. You know what I mean, too long, him in the business, him want a song for sure, say, him in the business so long. He's a man who really love his stage, you see it?
See it.
Yeah, the man who love his stage.
And then the music changing out, you know, where you used to have so many stage show. You used to have so many stage show. And then now, them get rid of so many stage show again that
that's our next thing.
The artists don't have the opportunity for really.
That is why artists had to be bad. Because if you got a stage show and you know bad, you know have lyrics and style and flow.
Yeah.
To hold the audience, you're going to get back there, you're going to get stoned.
Yeah, but what we are saying is we are saying because them get rid of so. I remember say when I look on the calendar per se in Jamaica then, right? You had so many stage shows throughout the year. You had different seasons and you have stage show for all of the seasons. You get what I say? You have Champions in Action, you have West Kingston Jamboree, you have
GT Extravaganza
Island Explosion,
in December.
GT Extravaganza, you have Sting, you have Rebel Salute, you have Ram Jam. You understand what I say? You had so many Western Consciousness, Sumfest. You understand? You had so many
leading up to Sting. Leading up to Sting.
No, not even just well, Sting in December, so all of them are leading up to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these shows that you're talking about, they lead up to Sting. And a lot of skirmishes would have started on these shows and it finished and settled over Sting.
That's Sting, right. So, but now, on the calendar now, you don't have that many stage shows. If you it's like a handful of stage show in a Jamaica.
It's handful, man.
Now.
That start going, you know when that start going? When artists start put on them own show. And then you find say they start getting the sponsors that they were getting, so they can't put on them own show. So by then, it had affected a lot of those shows.
As you talk about artists that put on them own show, and you got, we left for the big Portland Splash.
Portland Splash culture show. And Blender show at Clarendon.
Yeah, man. Yes. But I think the reason why them kind of cut out
different kind of man. All Buff Bear used to have big show where people look forward, like when them look forward to a dream weekend now. Them used to look forward to go a Buff Bear show.
That one I think we are going on a space right now where we're not too like where the show not really are going again. The artists them boss and then them look for go foreign go to show. Them not we did not show Jamaica, no show not really going to Jamaica again.
Right. And that have a next impact as well to where it the quality control of the music cut, because one of the things what really did cement an artist when him go international was this aspect of the music, doing all of the stage show them in Jamaica and learning crowd control, getting a set together where you know say, yeah, this a set can hold a crowd for 20, 30 minutes or whatever. But no, when them not have that.
Look on this now. Artists, them go at it now, right? And you can't say, okay, the show ya come up now, maybe we have to see them on the show ya. You know what I mean? Like, so, not this time now, you know, say a bag of show that come now. Yeah, so, no, the 14th?
December.
The 14th. So,
the
Sting the on the horizon. You have,
GT show.
GT show, Christmas extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
Yeah, and you have,
extravaganza.
You have, up on my side, you have a show named Campfire.
1 year, I got a GT
Campfire,
show.
yeah.
You have a show where it's gone before Sing, where a Beanie Man is a show there?
Beanie show.
I'm not sure, man. Then got before Sting.
Ram Jam at the show. Reggae Ram Jam at the show we used to go on before Sting. 24th of December. Grand Market night.
Ram Jam. Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And you see me, you know how they show you again? Enough little show there we never remember. Tell the truth.
Yo, the first time I go to Ram Jam, I'm not even go inside now, outside, and stay and listen, you know.
Campfire was our show.
No, people go through that.
Well, we can't afford to go in, so we just stay outside and listen to the show. And when I make security set down for we over fence and catch you over fence.
Campfire, you know, show.
A real thing, man. But I gotta say, but like when I say, in terms of the entertainment value of the thing is good, but there's a lot of risk involved, and the players, they have to calculate the risk them properly. You see it? So, because some people it not work out for, and some people it work out for. You see me? Like Bunty and Beanie, Movado Cartel, them one day to work out for. You see me? But we just identify some people who ain't no work out for at all. You get me? Because some people gonna lose all a clashing and that's it, you know. And then you have a next man where we lose a clash to and come out even better. You get me? I say, yeah, man, lose the clash, man, and come out better than the one who win the clash same way too. You know, see it, but a person have to have the kind of resilience and the kind of fortitude that really manifest that. You see it? But even outside of that now, we can take it out of the music thing now and go even in a cultural clash where we are look upon now too, where we see right now a little clash, a brew between the Maroons and the government and or the JDF. You know, see it. So we see as a result the Melissa efforts, the government has said they're offering the services of the JDF to help in the recovery or repair process post Melissa. And we see the leadership of the Maroons, i.e. Chief Richard Currie, saying, you know, them welcome the assistance, but they don't want the posting of the military in the community. You know? So what do you them think about the little clash that we're going to listen now?
I don't even see why that is a clash, because if you have an arrangement with someone, you and I personally, and you say, all right, you know, say, I get some help from Okavonga. Figure it out, I mean, I say, you know, say, right now, me not even to feel Okavonga strength like that, you know, so I don't really want no help from him, you know. But if you can give me some help, otherwise, or give me the help same way me accept the help. It's a situation where him say him go use him owner partners, him go use the people him from the community to deal with the devastation of one. Because let's put it into perspective. Them say over 280 houses up there. See? And 260 of them. Majority of them has been damaged. And them are go offer some aid when them get to them. Now, we have to look on this in a historical context, based on what has transpired before and based on what has been brewing and simmering for a long time, because the Maroon got their rights under the treaty in 1739 from the British. They were never defeated military. And when Jamaica became a new state, these treaties have never been renegotiated and no new rules or agreement were come to, which is a failure on the Jamaican state. Because if we look at some other indigenous people that are living in the world, they are living within the state, within their own rights. They've got political rights, they've got their cultural rights. For example, the Maori people in New Zealand, they've got all of these rights, and the state has recognized these rights. And as a matter of fact, the state has set up a tribunal. So if there's any dispute or there's anything that needs to be resolved, they have to bring it to the tribunal, and the tribunal rule over it. So the people them maintain them land right, they maintain all of them right, and them have political rights, which they can participate in the state activity also. It doesn't prevent them from participating in the state activity. So as a matter of fact, they have recognized that. They've recognized that. And another example I can cite with you is the Indigenous people of Canada. These people have also established a constitutional court to protect the rights. They give them limited rights and recognize them politically, which is something that is causing the problem in Jamaica, because Jamaica don't recognize the Maroons politically. That's why they keep saying it's one government of Jamaica. But they've given them cultural rights to practice their culture.
So Okavango, what do you have made?
First thing, you got still a lot of international indigenous rights, but I don't think Jamaica see the Maroons fall under these rights, because I don't think any government see Maroon as indigenous people. And I want to say, I myself don't see them as no indigenous people either.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that the Maroons were former slaves who escaped in the mountains of Jamaica and formed communities of theirs. They're not indigenous.
And some of them were never slaves, but it's not like them run with it. Remember, them have a treaty.
Yeah, some of them must say, but may I say, African people who were indigenous to the African continent who escape in the mountains. That's all my teaching of the Maroon. So that make them not indigenous. You know what I mean? But they are their own community. And as you stated before, when the treaty, based on the treaty where they may have with the British colonial masters, which they work for, when Jamaica got its independence, it wasn't renegotiated. But I think the government look at it as whatever the British had before. You know what I mean? The country is not a free country, and there was no need to negotiate with a Maroon, because no, the country is a free country. So Maroon is just a part of the free country.
But Jamaica is still operating under the British legislation and British rule, because it is
but it's an independent country, so it's not a colony of the British. It's an independent country. You know what I mean? it's still in the Commonwealth, but is a independent country.
That is the failure on the part of Jamaica, I would say still, because they've never discussed the treaty under the Jamaica Constitution, and this is the legal part of it, where the treaties still stands today. And the law of the land doesn't supersede the
legally binding.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that. Binding. Yeah, I'm not saying that them not have respect for the Jamaican law, but Jamaican law need to have respect for them as well. Because if me have my own crime fighting strategy, me have my own force where I fight crime, me have my own constitution, me have my own custom where I practice, and we have some sacred place in this place where we are preserved, because we try to keep them in the state that they are. And we know that there are other issues, because the corporations are trying to get their hands on the cockpit country because of the wealth of resources and richness that is there. So this is what this is really about. I think this is what it's really about. And majority of the people in Jamaica does not understand the legal framework surrounding the treaty that binds these agreements. If Jamaica want to ignore the treaties or parts of the treaties for whatever reasons they might cite, they need to repeal all those treaties and agreements that they are still operating under from the British also. And that's going to open a different situation. It's going to open a whole kind of different room, because this is going to be a legal minefield that they have to contend with. So they can't break their own constitution and this regard. And the Jamaica court is silent on the whole issue, because, like I said, Australia have established something where the indigenous people can go and get some recourse. And basically, they have given them restitution, because they have given them back land. They have established the language, and the language they are speaking that in school now. Big up to my brother David. He's not exactly Maori, but he's Polynesia from New Zealand, and he understand the issue. So we have a reason with him still. And he want to show you, say, yeah, there's a lot of restitution going on. And if you remember, we talk about the situation where that parliamentarian was in the parliament in New Zealand doing the ACA, because they bring out their culture in the parliament, which was, so these things are coming back. And Canada also has basically established something within their constitution and their court system for the indigenous people of Canada to have some recourse. Jamaica did not do that, and they are still not recognizing them politically, and that is what is causing the problem, because they want what is on the land.
EI, you mean spell it?
Right.
Richard Currie, EI, IE, you mean?
IE. I see the whole thing, right? Whether there are many questions surrounding the authenticity of the Maroon Indigenous clear. Let's use that term, right? For want of a better term. Some people are in agreement of this, and some people are opposed to it. Fine. But what does exist is an agreement with this group of people as it relates to the occupancy of these lands, right? Now, if you are not going to respect these agreements, then why do you still respect crown lands in this independent country? Because in Jamaica,
a black-led government,
there are still crown lands. Right, there are still crown lands.
For some reason,
yes,
your voice has chip out. You want to jump in and jump back?
I'm good, man.
You hear him?
I'm good. Yeah, I hear him, yeah.
You are hearing everything I say?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
No, what I say is if them have an issue with the Maroons, then them have to have an issue with crown lands, because in Jamaica you still have the existence of crown lands. You get me? Where nobody can sell or own because it belongs to the crown. You know, see it. So if them still can honor those things, then them have to honor the agreements held by the Maroons. You get me? Now, with as it relates to the decision now of whether to allow the military, the Jamaican military, to come in these lands to help or aid in this rebuilding process, then it's I agree with Chief Currie that if you are going to assist us, you're going to help us, fine, by all means do. But we do not want you guys to come and set up a base in the community, because we are a sovereign indigenous group. So if you're going to assist us, fine, but you're not going to just come in and set up base, because there are a lot of things, that can arise out of such a decision that is that's further than the scope of rebuilding damaged property or helping people through this period of disaster.
A case in
You
point,
understand?
seeing?
There are a lot. Mhm.
Years ago, them go up there, so them do some exploration, them do research. And out of the research, them say them find oil, which was not scope of the research they were doing. And then you hear a lot more interests are coming in the cockpit country because of the resources that and the deposits that are present there. And when we talk about some of these resources, we are talking about the aquifers that are there. So the water resources that are there, and you know, water is a precious commodity in this time. We have indigenous and flora and fauna that is present in nowhere else in the world. And there is a drive for plant-based medicines and plant-based remedies now. Are these corporations, what they do when they get their hand on these things, they remove them from the market so you don't have access to them anymore. And I'm seeing this in some places in Jamaica where we used to have sorosy. Everywhere you look, you walk out, you could see sorosy. I mean, I traverse in some places where I'm not seeing sorosy, and that's concerning. What other plants I did not notice that is no longer there. So they have to be mindful of these things.
True.
You know, and they have to be wary.
True, man. But I also don't see the reason why there would be such a firm push on the side of the government to say, okay, well, we want to help you guys rebuild, and the only way we're going to do that is if we're using the military. Like, if the people are saying, we'll do the work, we just need the assistance, what's the difficulty in that?
The difficulty in that is nobody or no community in Jamaica don't have the authority to tell the JDF where they can go or cannot go. And that's the thing. The Maroon community doesn't have that authority. No other community in Jamaica doesn't have that authority.
No, I disagree with that.
No community in Jamaica cannot tell the JFF that the JDF that they cannot come in your community. No community can. They can say that them out, but they cannot stop them from going in, because is one Jamaica, and they can go anywhere they are needed.
Of course, it is one Jamaica, but Akompong is in Jamaica and they've got their own constitution. So may I make you finish?
Let me finish.
Yeah, say that.
They have their own thing, their own thing where them governed by, but that doesn't stop. It's not being recognized by the government of Jamaica, and
that is a failure on the government part.
the issue of the cockpit country is a Jamaican thing, and every Jamaican should be concerned about the cockpit country. Just, you know what I mean? And the Maroons being Jamaicans should be concerned, and every other Jamaican should be concerned about the cockpit country. The cockpit country should be preserved because that is basically the lungs of Jamaica, right? And every Jamaican should be concerned about that. You know what I mean? So every Jamaican should have an issue with them going in the cockpit country, destroying the cockpit country. You know what I mean? So, but my thing is, I don't see why Jamaica should be holding on. Even the Maroons should be holding on to this legacy of Maroons. I don't see Maroons as this legacy to be hold on to and not. And you know what I mean, for hard purposes. Maroons are the people who escape in the from slavery and then sign treaty to help prolong slavery. So other people who wanted to escape slavery couldn't. They are a big part of why slavery continues so long in Jamaica. Maroons put down the most rebellions. So the history of Maroons is not that, it's something that we should put on a pedestal. It's something that should be eradicated also with the colonial government and the colonial past. We are getting rid of our colonial past. Maroons is a part of that. All of it should be gone. So it's not nothing to hold on to. There's nothing. Me kind of finish when I say still.
Yeah, but you can pick up your argument and run with the argument.
So me I say that should be eradicated, just like how we talk about like certain things where like Jamaica, I don't know, where them still are hang on to the colonial past and colonial ways. Maroon is a part of that too. They all them things that go. Maroon is not no good thing for African people. Maroon stop some of the biggest rebellion them and kill some of the most the people that start the rebellion them. Taki, the biggest rebellion we start at the Maroon them put that down. The Maroon them catch Paul Bogle, Sam Sharp, and Holy Three Finger Jack. And them respond for them thing. The Maroon is not no glorious thing where we have to hold on to and say, well, yeah, they preserve this man. And again, I say, Maroons, they are not no indigenous people. They are just like us, Africans who were brought here. You know what I mean? Our ancestors were brought here and to be slaves, and they are the one that escape and decide to turn on the rest of Africans to make them continue in slavery. So I don't. The only thing I say, no, well, me talk for long. Go on.
That was one of the things that comes out as a negative in the treaty. But just like in this dispensation and this time, we see some people where doesn't share the same mindset and does not support the Maroons in their thinking, in their cultural practices and their custom. And I can just imagine that was the same thing in them time there. So if you have to cut some people loose, some people have to cut loose. And I think that is probably what happened, why they have to save themselves. Because others did not see themselves as slaves. So they probably weren't willing anyway to be freed. But then when them realize that some people were freed and fight for them freedom, then them start making a move to the mountains and probably that's how the agreement came out. Me don't know how it come out. Me just say that could be a reason because there are people in this time who are like that.
Right. You know what say, right? You know what say, you raised a couple points. Okavango, more like to address these points, right? The first point we raised was that we say the Maroons cannot stop the JDF from gaining access to these locations, right? But within a legal framework, you have something that's called jurisdiction, right? And the Maroon, based under the treaty, control the sovereign rights in this jurisdiction. And as such, they can say that. And if the JDF persists to enter these places, it can be seen as an act of war. You get a answer? Because these people have a sovereign right. Whether we agree with their history, whether we agree with the legacy, as you use the word, of these people, this is what the reality is. The reality is these people have a sovereign right to that. So that's the first thing one more officer, right?
I might just add to that, Dada, before you move on. So if the Jamaican government and JDF intends to go in there, leader to leader, the colonel or the chief, so you can talk to the chief and make the chief know, say, yo, we have a negotiation. This is what the negotiation is. And if the chief does not agree, then you have to abide by that.
You have to respect
because
that.
The chief cannot come with his forces and men outside of a compound to arrest and accost people because they are out of their jurisdiction.
Right.
Even though they are citizens of Jamaica.
Right.
Listen. The chief cannot have no forces in a compound.
Yeah, but they've got their own.
If them have force up there, police can go to go lock them up. Because
they can.
A compound is just another community. It's just another community in Jamaica.
It's not just another community.
Yes, it is. It's just another community in Jamaica.
It is not.
But based on Jamaica law, it is just another community. It is just another community that is supported by the government. The government control the is responsible for the community. The government, they go to government schools, they go to government hospitals. The police Jamaica is responsible for the area. There is no everything governmental is the Jamaica government is responsible for it in the Maroon community.
It's the same situation you described where happening in New Zealand. And I describe in
New Zealand as indigenous people that were there before the colonials came there. The Maroons are not that.
There are scholars who would disagree with it that there were black people in Jamaica before the British came there also because they were there with the Spanish. They were there with the Spanish also, you know, before the British take over.
Conspiracy theory.
So, sorry?
That's a conspiracy theory. There's no historical fact about that.
There's evidence to support that. There's evidence to support that.
What's the evidence?
We can bring on a scholar to clarify those if we can find one, but a lot of people are not willing. Not because we don't agree with it, it means that it's conspiracy theory. The law, when I say this, the sovereignty supersedes the laws of Jamaica. Because it would be easier if Jamaica can have a crime fighting strategy, one force with them use to fight crime. That would be nice. And anything outside of that might create the chaos that most people are anticipating, which I don't think it will reach there where them gonna call on the spirit of the ancestor and them start fight like they used to fight 400 years ago. I don't think that I go on. But in terms of the legal minefield and the legal battle surrounding with it, Jamaica has failed the country. They have failed the Maroons in that regards because they've never put the discussion on the table to say, okay, we're going to assume responsibility of all of these things that you mentioned, the education, the health care in the Maroon. That is why the Maroon town is so underdeveloped to this day because they don't get much from the government because the government know within themselves that these constitutions, these treaties are still existing today. They haven't changed. Nothing has changed about them, so they are still binding.
I think based on Jamaica becoming an independent country, because Jamaica didn't give Maroon any land or sign any treaty with the Maroons.
They owned the land before Jamaica.
That's before it was Jamaica. So
Before
now
Jamaica.
that the land is Jamaica, everything on the land fall under the Jamaica government.
No.
Not at all. Not for the Maroon lands. Not for the Maroon lands.
No.
So
and this is what.
So okay, so that's why I'm gonna raise the point I'm gonna raise earlier when I said if that is the case, then why is there the existence of crown lands? If that is a valid reason and a valid point, why is there an existence of crown lands?
But crown land is what?
Crown beaches.
It's basically government land, right?
No, crown land is land that's owned by the crown.
The king own it now.
Yeah, so what with the land with the government own him?
The government
I don't know, I'm asking.
Them just are the admin.
Because I'm thinking that the government land is crown land.
No, the crown lands are lands that are owned by the.
So where the government land called?
The monarch.
All the land is the government land, a crown land called.
The government is just the administrator for the land.
People refer to it as crown land, but that does not mean that the government. Because I ask a question, brother.
Yeah.
You ask a question. The people refer to it as crown land, but that does not mean that the government owns these lands. The owner of these lands, by title, is the Crown of England.
Yeah, because Jamaica is a part of the British monarch.
No, not because of that. Because the British monarchy coming at these places, choose these lands and say, we want these lands.
No, man.
Create titles for it, and now they own it. Not because they're a part of the monarch.
Because Jamaica is a part of the British monarch. You still have crown land. But it's just like when.
So why Jamaica
all right, when you go to court in Jamaica, who you go up against?
You go up against the crown.
Against the crown, right? So are the same thing.
That's what that is saying. That the land is owned by the crown.
And right, because you go against the crown. Is it? So the government land is the crown land because I really go.
Lands, not the crown land.
So are you saying that the Jamaica government is the crown? That's what you're saying?
The Jamaica government represent the crown.
Represents the crown. So what is the crown? What is the crown?
The crown is England.
Right. So this is the point we're making.
Britain.
If the government's laws, legal system is still governed by the crown, right? And the crown has established a treaty protecting the rights of these people, has established a treaty protecting the rights of these people. Why are you now able to say, okay, we're going to work with the things that the crown says over here, but on this side, where we're going to ignore that?
Oh, so you say it's work with everything that the crown stood for at that time?
I'm not saying they should work for it. I'm saying if.
So the Maroons, based on the treaty, the Maroons should also still catch black people and put them back in slavery.
That's not happening. There's
no need for that.
There's no need for them to have that neither.
That is not happening.
Because every community is a free community now. So there's no need for a community to have special autonomy. There's no need for a special community. There's no need for a special community to have autonomy, because every community now is free. Why one community should have autonomy?
Every other community in Jamaica does not have autonomy. They does not fall under the treaty, except.
That's what I'm saying. So why these people should be special and have autonomy when they are not catching slaves again?
You ask a question. So we respond to you, right? The reason why they should have it is because their foreparents went through the process of negotiating these deals to protect the well-being of these people for time immemorial.
And that is
what about the foreparents of my foreparents who didn't get the chance to have that or have that freedom what they want because the Maroons murder them and stop the rebellion?
So should
the Maroon be tried for that? They should be tried for those crimes?
in those days, right? In those days,
yeah, post.
in those days, right? In those days,
right, post, right.
in those days, right, where slavery was still in practice, right?
Right.
We do not agree with this action by the Maroons. We don't agree and we don't uphold it. But what we're saying is the protection that these treaties offer to people today is very important and necessary for the people.
It's legally
very,
binding.
very necessary
It's legally binding.
All right. We have to decide what we want. We have to decide what we want.
Jamaica is breaking the treaties.
We have to decide what we want.
Which is what?
Do we want colonial rule and to move away from the colonial past, or want to hang on to it?
Jamaica is under colonial rule now. The Maroons are not.
Thank you, Yaga. So
and that is what the Maroons are afraid of if Jamaica take over.
Anyway, do we want to move away from colonial past, or want to hang on to it? Do we want to remove all remnants of the colonial past and move forward, or we want to hang on to it?
So we want to move forward.
We want to move away from it.
But
eradicating and eliminating the treaties of by the Maroons is not a means of doing that.
We want to rename the parishes of Jamaica.
Regine,
we want to rename.
We can't want to move away, but still want to hang on to stuff we think you like. No, we have to move away.
It's not about what you think you like. It's not
That's
about
what Jamaican government is doing.
What means about what you think you like?
The only thing that really is there in the country of Jamaica to protect the people is these treaties by under the Maroons. That's the
which people?
The people, the black people, the African people of Jamaica.
Maroon rights protect black people?
That is the only thing there to protect them from colonial rule. That is the only.
Our Maroon treaty. Our Maroon treaty protect black people.
Because
a Maroon treaty where they catch black people and turn them into slave. All that protect black people.
That is not happening today. Let's make that clear.
That the treaty say. That them a whole land pan.
That's the only thing.
That them a whole land pan.
That's one of the only
things. It's a part of the treaty.
That came out of the treaty, and none of us agree with that.
What?
That's one of the only negative things that we can identify.
The whole treaty is negative. It is negative because first it separate black people. It separate black people and say, okay, we have some different black people over here, so we're special. And because special now,
they were not defeated militarily.
It's a division. What them do as a divide and rule. It's a divide and rule thing, and that anybody we are hold on pan. Them divide. Let me finish that now. Them divide some black people and say, "Uno are the special black people."
No, I never divide them. I fight for that, brother.
So me talk with the British do. That's what the Maroon do. Me talk with the British do.
Yeah.
When the British do, they say, "Okay." Special. They say, "Uno special." Yeah, man. Uno can be free, but so we're not going to know. We're not going to catch the next one then because then no special and carry them come back.
Them have to surrender and sign a treaty. Them surrender and sign the treaty.
Regine, as craft and style they use, the British they don't want to go up in a hill go run down a slave. So they make black people do it. You own African them do it. Divide and rule and use. And that we are trying to hold on pan. Maroon and flip up
that the treaty.
So
let
me ask you a question.
Their customs.
So let me ask you a question.
I know Maroon.
So let me
ask you a question. I know Maroon because first thing me not hear Maroon say I'm African. They must say them are indigenous.
Let me ask a question. See, so the lands that have been protected by these treaties. The lands protected by these treaties under the Maroon leadership and autonomy and sovereignty, right? So they should be stripped of these lands as well.
No, I said two different things. I said lands that are being protected, right?
By under the treaty of the Maroons.
not sure about the land protected under Maroon.
The lands, the capital country is protected under the treaty of the Maroons.
Recognized under the UN Human Rights Convention. And
the lands where the British them get the Maroons, right?
UNESCO.
Right.
Are the Maroons them landed?
Right.
Okay.
So
the copy country itself is protected on a different thing in a way, because it is a forest. It's protected on a different thing.
Under UNESCO.
And that have to do with the Maroon, just like all the Blue Mountains.
It does have to do with the Maroons.
The blue, well. But the Blue Mountains are protected too. You know that.
Yeah.
Just
because
most we're talking about the Maroon lands. We don't talk about all of the heritage or forestry preserves.
Yeah, forest preservation.
We're talking about Maroon lands.
Yeah. We're protected under what?
Protected under the treaty.
Protected from what? Protected from what? What do you mean protected? Protected from what?
From okay, for example, right? The government of Jamaica cannot come in and just take these lands from these people because it is protected under the treaty.
They cannot come in and develop the land.
I'm asking, do you think then, because we're against the Maroons, that they should be stripped of these lands?
Push that.
You're like you push when you want to know. If you want to take a break and go pet the puss, you can do that right now, you know. Yeah, but to the discussion, right? The Maroons land. I'm not sure about the legal framework of the land, because I know the Capri country is protected in the forest thing, and you have the Maroon community. I don't know how the boundaries them go, to tell you the truth.
It's a World Heritage Site under UNESCO.
Because I know it's a whole heap Maroons community, different community in the Capri countries. But I know the Capri country is protected under some. It's a UNESCO, say name? UNESCO?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's protected. So, I mean, at that, the government, they try go round. It's not, the Maroon, they might try to go round, they might try to go round the UNESCO thing for go in, go mine it. Because really and truly, you know, really and truly, if the government can flip the UNESCO thing and mine, and say them can mine it now, the Maroon them can't stop them.
The treaty is still binding, and I remember at one point the US had to come out and remind Jamaica that the treaty is still binding.
The US?
Yeah. The US, I think the foreign, I don't remember if it was the foreign secretary. There's a letter, man, from the Maroons at the post on their social media from the US embassy or somewhere there.
Where US have to do it, Jamaica sitting there. Jamaica thing.
With the treaty, but them aware of the treaty. Everybody's aware of the treaties, brother. Jamaica don't know one like they want to violate the sovereignty and choose which
Maroon, Maroon and a sovereignty, man. They might just want community in Jamaica. That's
not under the treaty.
That's your opinion. That's your
not
opinion.
Under the treaty. That's an
but
opinion.
Legally, they have
sovereignty. What kind of sovereignty have, Dada? Everything them depend on the Jamaican government.
But brother, remember, so me just show you side two example on an international level in New Zealand and Canada, where these things that you are referring to are happening, and we don't have the same situation that we're having in these countries that we're having in Jamaica.
You talk about sovereign, you talk about sovereignty, you know, you talk about like a state within a state, you know, Virginia. That you talk about, you know.
That is what it is.
That is not what it is. That is not what it is, Virginia.
When I say supersede the law of the land, but it has to be a negotiated arrangement, a negotiated settlement.
If it was a state, they would have schools where them run, police where them run.
You can't keep repeating that when we shy to
army where them run.
And Canada, and show you what these things exist. that you're talking about.
No, we're talking about sovereignty. We're talking about sovereignty.
Yeah, but
a sovereign state have. These are things a sovereign state have. And I'm telling you that if Maroons should try to create an army or a police, the Jamaica police are go arrest them.
Them have them own police force, brother. You ever been to Maroon town?
Them can't have no police force up there. They can't
have people who play those roles within the community, brother.
They play a role. May I tell us that they can't have no police up there different from drinking police. They can't arrest no they can't arrest nobody up there. They can't put nobody in prison up there. They can't put nobody in prison up there.
But that's what me I say. Them have them thing where them start it out between the elders and
yes, but me I say if a crime is committed, so the 12, if the Jamaican police are go up there, go arrest them. If Richard Currie,
it has to be in agreement with the chief.
Abuse him wife up there. If he abuse him wife, the Jamaican police are go up there, go arrest him and lock him up.
It has to be in agreement with the chief.
The 12th agreement. The 12th agreement in the treaty says that Captain Kodjo during his life and the captains succeeding him shall have full power to inflict any punishment they think proper for crimes committed by their men among themselves, death only accepted. So the only
and you're reading from this colonial treaty that was signed by the colonial masters, right?
The treaty does not weaken the state, Okafongo. It does not weaken the state.
That safeguard the sovereignty of these people.
I don't know why I defend colonial pass. I burn colonial pass.
No, boy.
I burn colonial pass and want to eradicate all of the colonial past. So I don't know why una hold on on this slave enforcers.
No, we need to see structure, brother. We need to see.
I don't know why una hang on this slave enforcers, but I think all this should be eradicated and get rid of. And incorporate them as with every other. There should be no crown land in Jamaica. The land should be the Jamaica people land.
Of the crown.
When you go to court,
administration body of the crown.
When you go to court,
parliamentarians are the administration body of the crown.
And I'm saying there should be no crown land in Jamaica. There should be no representation of no crown in Jamaica. Right? And these
we have that the Maroons won't need the treaty.
Is it my vision of the Maroons? My vision of the Maroons should be like for a tourist attraction. You know what I mean? You set up some little thing because you know tourists like them thing there. Tourists like them thing there, so you know set up a little thing there, man. Set up a little thing. The tourists can come look on the place and say, yo, yeah man, I used to be Maroon. Eh?
But that's your vision.
That is happening.
Yeah, but the autonomy thing and this, yeah man, a tourist thing them man.
That is happening because I went there last year.
No, that's your opinion.
I went to Akompong last year. And
one thing I feel like the government of Jamaica for work with them because tourists love them thing there. You understand? But Jamaica this autonomy thing and talk about them as some special people or whatever. No, sir. A tourist is special too. Not I.
The second agreement.
We are read that. The colonial treaty.
In this
colonial treaty, who want to get rid of? This colonial part who want to get rid of?
Reading a part of the treaty.
Huh?
Again, right? Again, I'm saying this treaty is what governs these people. Right? So your opinion that you don't want to uphold this treaty is your opinion. You're entitled to that.
It's just like Andrew.
The reality is, and the legal framework is.
So
shall the Captain Kodjo and the rest of his captains, adherents, and men shall forever hereafter, in a perfect state of freedom and liberty, excepting those who have been taken by them or fled to them within 2 years last past, if such are willing to return to their said masters and owners. This is it. the third one, where it said, they shall enjoy and possess for themselves and posterity forever.
Yaga.
Forever.
Yaga.
Yo.
You hear that?
Yeah, man.
You hear everything you say a while ago? Because I mean, you know nothing you say a while ago, you know.
Yeah, I hear you, man. All right, wrap it up, Dada. Wrap it up.
I don't want to wrap it up. I want to hear myself.
Thirdly, they shall enjoy. Thirdly, they shall enjoy and possess for themselves and posterity forever all the lands situated and lying between Trelawney Town and the cockpits to the amount of 1,500 acres, bearing northwest from the said Trelawney Town. You understand?
Sorry.
So that land.
Sorry, but I'm not hear if I'm my end or your end. But basically, it seems like you read the treaty where the British them have with the Maroons them, and me not want nothing to do with no treaty we sign with no from a British, from a colonial master. We as Jamaicans should be moving away from our colonial past, and the Maroons in Jamaica is a big part of the colonial past, and
the whole Jamaica is. And if you have a call for that pan the Maroon, you have to call for that pan Jamaica.
You hear me now?
May I hear you?
Hold on, you hear me now? You hear me? You hear me?
May I hear you? Okavongo now hear you. Yeah, hear him? Yeah, hear Okavongo.
Yeah, hear Okavongo. Me not hear him now. Me not hear him now.
Me don't know which one I know.
Me not hear Okavongo now. But what I say is this, right? That the sovereignty of these people cannot just be put to the side. Cannot just be put to the side. Because people are of the opinion that they don't want to uphold these people's sovereignty. These people's sovereignty have been secured, and they have to be respected in that. And even if we are looking at it and say this is one Jamaica, that is even a greater reason. That's even a greater reason for them to respect the jurisdiction of these people, because they are Jamaicans, and you cannot go march your army, your military, on your citizenry. So that's even a greater reason why you shouldn't do that. You get me? Jamaica. So I agree with what Richard Currie is saying. Give them the assistance. Do not militarize the people in place.
Jamaica need to establish a tribunal between them and the Maroons, where if there's a dispute or a disagreement, we can meet peacefully and resolve it within the confines of the Jamaican law. Whatever Jamaica want to do in the cockpit country, it has to be in negotiation and agreement with the custom and the practices that is taking place up there. Because otherwise, they are setting a dangerous precedence where they will need to repeal all the anti-slavery laws that we're following in Jamaica and still exist in Jamaica today.
Anti-slavery?
Yeah. That's why we get freedom in Jamaica, because of the anti-slavery laws that established.
That me try listen to it on YouTube. I think me get some of it, but on YouTube your voice I go to, you know. But yeah, outline the land, right? Where is Maroon land? Is Maroon land, and is based by what's on the treaty. But I am telling you that,
right?
And this is my personal thing, and how I see the Jamaican government also see it. Once the Jamaican government come into play, they take over of all the land in Jamaica.
They cannot take over all the
Jamaica.
Land. They cannot take over.
They take over all the land in Jamaica, including all the crown land. So
the crown land. The crown land, Jamaica control the crown land.
Control the crown land. All the crown land, right? So them responsible for
they don't
all
control
crown.
it. They administrate it. They don't
Yeah.
control it.
So that
They administrate it,
who administer all crown lands in
Jamaica.
Jamaica?
Jamaica.
They administrate it.
Eh?
Yeah.
The government administrates it, but they don't control it.
Yeah.
All right, Jamaica administer of our crown land in Jamaica, right?
Which is Maroon land is not.
So Maroon and our
Maroon land.
So the copy country our
Maroon land.
So why
Maroon
not bring up
land.
crown land before?
Because we are set, if them are going to set up about the cockpit country.
If you guys are opposed to the Maroons, how are you still upholding crown lands?
But Jamaica government control the crown land.
So them have
the Maroon country a private land, a private property.
That's not what we are saying. We are saying they are sovereign land.
There's nothing to say that it's sovereign. Maroon never say sovereign.
They were granted their rights under the treaty.
No, there's no.
No, it's not sovereignty. It's an agreement between
sovereignty. Sovereignty used
in the time of the Maroon Wars.
Read it. Yeah, read it.
Yes.
It's sovereignty. Me not go hear you, cause make.
But I forgot to fully talk. But it talk about
sovereignty,
autonomy, and all of these things.
That's what autonomy mean, brother.
Autonomy night?
Yeah, man.
Where?
They were granted autonomy.
Yes. Yeah, but me I say where that night.
Yo, you have to research the thing next time before you come.
Yeah, man, myself. No, but me not research not British sitting there, you know. Colonial party, with someone hang up on, you know. We're not hang up on a British thing, man. We're not hang up on that, man. I move on, let them think, man.
So
that's why I ask you if that the stance where you take, where we are sitting here now, the British granted these people these lands. So what are you saying? Strip them of these lands too.
That is what is happening in Tanzania with the Maasai people now.
You got to translate, come in here, like I'm back on my end.
That is what is happening with the Maasai people in Tanzania, where the government is trying to remove them off of the land because they want the land.
They are indigenous, Yaga. Those people are indigenous people. Maroons are not.
Under UNESCO, the Maroon has got that status. And these are legal binding. Well, I don't know if they're binding, but these are...
Maroons got indigenous status from UNESCO?
Yeah, it is historical and indigenous land. That's why they have the status where they have. Historical lands.
UNESCO said Maroon indigenous?
Yeah, man.
No, that's still good.
They are treated just like the same. That's why I go for the examples them.
But Yaga, we're talking about UNESCO and what is the British government say. What the items say? Because Maroon are indigenous, me ask you no. They are indigenous people.
They are African people, brother.
African people, right? They are African people who escape now the mountains. Right.
Yeah, but
so what about I wanna look on them being used as puppets by the British government to prolong slavery.
We don't know about prolonging slavery. We don't know about prolonging slavery because them fight because they never want to be in slavery.
No, you know that I say. Them you want to work.
You know that.
I know you're not here, Yaga.
We don't know about the prolonging of slavery because, as me say, that are the clause in the treaty.
You know what? You know Taki do?
Yeah, man, me know Taki.
Oh, Taki meeting demise.
But what me I say? See?
Yeah, I know.
Me explain that situation there to you, you know.
Yeah, me hear you say Alago. Me know if you.
Yes, brother Delani.
Brother Delani, come help me there.
Brother,
Come help me there,
is
guys.
vertically challenged.
Me not hear you.
Rise up, rise up.
Rise up, my lad.
Oh, that we hear that. Okay, all right. Yeah, rise up, man.
No, man. Yeah, cross way.
Oh, the first way. Okay, okay. Yeah. They try coming from the YouTube side, but the river side, I give me a fight, you know. Yeah, man. It's give me a fight from the YouTube side.
You can't join from YouTube. You have to join from Riverside.
Yes, I'm going to the link. The link where, yeah. Jaga send me a link and me just bing bang boom bang, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, our interested thing, you know, this Maroon thing, you know. A long time me I pre it, you know. And what I tell the truth, because I take the stance of Okavango still. Okavango still, you know. Yeah, this thing, I want to other way I say Rasta, it can't be two. You know, see, and that the treaty there. I tell the truth, my brother, that treaty there, no ready. Treaty there, we get tear up and burn up. I tell the truth.
Yeah, but remember, say 400 years ago that, you know, brother.
No, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's why it have to tear up. Because them, listen, man, a 1,500 acre as well, you know. And they were trying to claim more territory than that. You know, see. So I'm to the other Maroon outpost them and all them not covering that 1,500 1,500 square mile, what you say. Plus
but Maroon lands are the Moortown Maroons, Accompong Maroons, the Scots one name them have a
but other that the treaty say.
Charleston. No, those are the Maroon lands. Those are
but other that the treaty say. If you go by treaty now, we have by the letter of the law. Plus the treaty talk about the capturing of Africans and returning them. We don't like that part there at all.
We disagree with the part there, brother.
The part there.
But that alone.
Null and void.
And the capture African me could there, so.
You can't use that alone.
But the biggest part that I.
You cannot use that alone. And the reason why you can't
use that alone. What crime is bigger than capturing Africans?
Fire. That is the bad part of it.
That's supersede. That like everything is
No.
So you are saying you prefer to be a slave. So the Maroon them can't own the land?
No.
You prefer to be a slave.
That is not what the treaty is.
No.
What is it? It says capture African land and return them back to the British slave. So if you prefer to be a slave,
the biggest part of the treaty, right, is where it says that them free forever hereafter. That are the biggest part of the treaty. That means to say these colonial masters acknowledge this group of African people and say forever them go free. And that is sovereignty.
Okay.
In that same process of doing that,
you also... Remember, I said them say it, you know, fight for it, you know.
Right.
Well, hold on, man.
Defeated military.
But Dada, in that same process of acknowledging that these people have this land, you're also acknowledging that there's some other people are slaves. More, the majority of the people on the land are slaves.
And we
now the country are slaves. You admit that too.
We agree with that. We agree with that.
So you put the majority of African people on the land under slavery to give autonomy to a few. Are you agree with that?
That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing.
If I may.
Fight.
Go on, brother, along the way.
If I may, Yaga and Rasdada, listen, there's a bigger argument that Okavango, if you remember the officer name there, you know, is saying, you know, is that there's a moral high ground that we have to look at. We are one people, come from Africa. And what is this doing now is a divide and rule tactics. So when we acquiesce now to one side, we are Jamaicans. So is there a special status for some Jamaican?
I agree with
Remember saying now, all of us have come on the same slave ship. No, you know, you have better peace and a master house now, you willing to take a cop out. So we know the majority have to acknowledge your peace because you want a cut in the criminal enterprise
Fire.
against the people. We have to look on the bigger picture and say we have to condemn that completely. If we are about the liberation of all African people,
colonial past.
there's a complicit. They become complicit and accomplice in our enslavement.
I condemn that aspect of it, but that is not what the reason is about. The reason is about the Maroon refusing the help from the JDF.
Yes, but it's tied into this, you know, because anytime Maroon come up, this issue gonna come up.
I'll come up again.
That is the negative part.
We're not legal fight.
Yeah.
We're not legal
Every
fight.
time I've discussed Maroon and any discussion on Maroon, these things will all this wound will ever open up. And you know one of the reasons, you know what the fundamental reason why the Maroon is not even acknowledging, them not even apologize. They have not even tried to say let's reconcile. As far as I'm concerned, we are all one Jamaican. There's not two.
The Jamaican government
and if you do a blood test, probably the vast majority of Jamaicans have Maroon blood in them. So that means say how that go down?
Right, really, you're going to say no, brother Delany, right? In terms of the reason why you got put forward with that. See? Now, if the logic is because they did this atrocity, then we're gonna get rid of every other aspect of it, right? That logic sounds to me like, okay, this person was selling looses, single cell cigarettes, so it's okay to choke him and kill him, right? Because that justifies that action. So what I'm saying is not because they did this action, we can't throw out everything what the people them fight for, which is one, them sovereignty. You understand? And the thing was safeguard them sovereignty is this treaty. Because remember saying, historically when this happened, slavery was still practiced. Right? So that means to say a next set of slave master could have come. Let's say the Portuguese did come in Jamaica at the time and conquer Jamaica, like how the British conquered.
Yes, good argument, right? Yes.
So these people now were safeguarded in terms of their sovereignty through these treaties. We do not.
But the Portuguese don't have to respect it though. The Portuguese can overrun it. Because they are in power now. If the Spanish take over, they can overrun it.
No, but with the treaty, they would have to respect it, they would have to agree to it.
No.
Oh, they will respect it. No, new government. New rulership. It's all about power, you know. And power dictate the parameter. So if me come take over, we can say null and void. Look how the American Indian, them have a homework treaty them have with the American government. And let's go with that.
New government.
I don't want them same way.
That is illegal.
So that is what Jamaica government is doing. That government Jamaica government is doing.
That is illegal. Under their own constitution, that is illegal. And I don't know if you catch a part of the reasoning, Brother Dulani. When we cite the example from New Zealand and the example from Canada.
No, we never catch a part there.
With the Maori people in a New Zealand where them have certain rights that the government acknowledge and them live side by side.
Right.
And use the state facility. Same thing in Canada. The only difference with all three is that Jamaica has never recognized the Maroon politically. Them only recognize them culturally,
historically, and
traditionally. That it's one government of Jamaica. But the treaties of that time still stand today.
But the detail, my brother, I remember saying it have strict steps over the leadership and who people come next. Them one of them things have got to enforce them. If they got to enforce the treaty, they have to enforce it. You can't pick and choose. Peace I enforce.
The Maroon people do that. The Maroon people do that.
So the Governor General is picking the next leader. And the governor general to pick the next leader, you know. And if you get permission to come to the town, to come buy and sell.
It has
You
to
read the
be
treaty,
in
my brother.
negotiation.
They have to keep the
No,
pathway clear for the colonizer to go up there and come down. And if you have a representative from the governor general to live up there, all them things they not implement. And you
this is
see,
a
we have to be,
question for the chief.
if we are going, I think we need to really truly the government need to sit down with the Maroon and bring the cameras in, and we have
Yeah.
a proper settlement
Right.
and
And
define the
Mr. Gomez,
parameters.
Because
it is
And
needed.
the Maroon them need to
the settlement
apologize at the
cannot
very
give
minimum.
autonomy and
apologize.
sovereignty.
At the very minimum, they
Apologize.
need to apologize.
Oh,
A
yeah.
And
lot
they
of
need to
apologies
renounce.
need to run. A lot of
And
apologies
renounce.
need to run.
Eh?
The British need to apologize as well.
That is correct.
We
But
said that.
amongst
We been said that.
our healing among ourselves, we need healing. We need to reconcile any breach of the unity. You know, see it? Because when it comes to being complicit and come to cooperating with the enslavers and the colonizers, that's a very dangerous, that's a traitorous act. We can't overlook them out there. Our ancestors who perish as a result of these things. We need to honor them. You know, see it. I
That
respect the
is correct.
Maroon resistance. No, I tell you, I respect and honor the resistance of the Maroon until they sign that treaty. From then on, me respect and I kind of slide down. But up to that point, they behave honorably, and I respect them for that the resistance. But all they had to do was keep the resistance going.
Right. So this is why I say fire. This is why this bring me out perfectly to the point of what I say today. What I say because them come up in this part of the journey now, and they make a blunder, they make a error.
Rush.
You know, mean to say we go
No, we're
discredit
not that's the way.
everything what them
No.
do. Right. So this is the point I make fire when I say yes, they make a blunder. And we disagree with the blunder. Then we don't support that. But I say you still cannot just throw them away and say no, boy, threw them the blunder. Yeah, so then that means to say you know what, we don't have no sovereignty.
We can't bring them to the fold, but no, but you see that the sovereignty they never had sovereignty, my brother. They never had genuine sovereignty.
Everyone have sovereignty for you.
Yeah, but they as a collective never had sovereignty.
You know what I say. You know what
They never had no sovereignty. They never had their own authority. They never make their own laws that had any consequences. Everything they do have to be approved by the colonizers. That's not sovereignty.
No man, them have their own governance structure.
Them have them sovereignty.
The government structure them have is a loose. It have no teeth.
Yeah,
because it hasn't been developed, fire. Yes. Because it hasn't been developed. Because it hasn't been developed. Right? It hasn't been developed.
I agree that they should have a council. They should like they have the parish council them. They should have a Maroon council and some self-regulation there. But they must be governed by the laws of Jamaica. Yeah.
They have their own council. That is why they were.
But if you listen to listen to what the people have said. I 5 people have for the council where I him handpick them. You see, the council should be elected.
Hey, next thing
just like every other council body in Jamaica.
What reason about this thing too, you know? And next thing, what the reason about this thing too, you know, Brother Delany, is for no say one of the things what they cause the problem now, you know, is that it gone in the Jamaican politics sphere.
You cut out.
That is a next problem. What
you say gone in our?
In the politics where the Maroon
Jamaican politics sphere.
Yeah, but you can't avoid that. You can't be a sovereign nation no have politics involved. You have to have politics. But it's how you deal with the politics.
But this is what we are but them are take on Jamaican politics.
You see, there is going to be some big problem, my brother. I'm not telling the truth. Because we can't get the idea that we are one Jamaican. We are one African descendant people. The Maroon was treated specially because they resisted and they gave the British hell, and we respect them for that. But we can't compromise our freedom and dignity and our sovereignty. We are now in control of the land. And if they're going to give them a 1,500 acre, the 1,500 acre land is really small. We don't know you can really build a government out of that.
The
And then
government have
now,
to trash it out, brother.
every Jamaican with any Maroon blood is entitled to be a part of that group.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
suspect, I can't verify it. I suspect that the majority of Jamaicans have Maroon blood in them. So-called Maroon.
This is
'Cause
where
Maroon
the
is not
government has
a
failed.
Maroon is not an ethnic group, you know.
Yeah,
Maroon
not
is
an
a
ethnic
made
group.
up construct.
I
It's
just
a
gonna with
made up.
Africans.
Yeah, it's a made up construct. That's not even the name. So we have to accept a lot of these misnomer and these
Me I use
colonial
that for the
thinking.
purpose of the reasoning and what the people
Yes.
them know. But
So we always have to subordinate ourselves and try to fit into the European construct of who we are. They are telling us who we are, how we should conduct, the parameters of
Mm-hmm.
our sovereignty. So everything is in. We center Europeans in terms of our relationship to power. So the
they have to
Maroon,
hold the
the,
Jamaican
the, the
government to his
overall,
standards
yeah,
as well.
Jamaican government and the Maroon are centering their sovereignty in European powers. So the whole existence of
Mm.
Maroon is centered in European laws and in European treaties and
Mm.
our relationship to Europeans. The best move
I don't know if it's the whole existence, Brother Dulan. I think the legal.
in, in
I think the
in the modern
legal.
time, now,
Right.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
only
Mm-hmm.
thread them have to stand on right now. Because if you take with
Mm-hmm.
that, they just another Jamaican count
Legally,
legally. If you
legally,
take with that from
legally,
them,
legally,
they just
right?
another
Legally,
a group in
them
Jamaica.
have it.
We need
So
clarity.
this
We
now
need
explains
clarity.
perfectly why we can't do that, Brother
Mhm.
Delani. That explains perfectly why we can't do that. You understand? That
Yeah.
what you just said
You-
explains perfectly why we
okay.
can't
You're
do
going
that.
in and out still, but yeah. So therefore,
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen when Jamaica become a republic?
Many of the
They're
people
gonna
is
have
not
to
gonna want
accommodate the Maroon people.
that,
Huh?
brother.
They're going to have to accommodate the Maroon
Many
people.
of the
You can accommodate them as a cultural entity, but there can't be no sovereignty.
No,
You can,
no.
Of course,
no. You can give them
you can't strip them of them
we'll
sovereignty. We're gonna have
What
accommodate
to
them
benefit
we're
from
gonna have
that?
to
as a
What benefit from that?
cultural entity. Because we don't
all of
longer
us,
are limited to
benefit
the
from
British
that.
law. We don't have to respect no British law in Jamaica once we become a republic. Governor General have to go
But
and all the
remember, say the
well,
treaty, the treaty,
well, the
brother.
Maroon,
Remember, say the
yes,
treaty,
but the
brother
treaty,
Delani. The
therefore, they have to
treaty,
go to England. Make England find place, give them.
Right. England forget them land. A piece of England them forget.
No, what I'm
Piece of
saying is
England them
this.
forget.
England
A
don't have
Hold
Jamaica.
no.
on, hold on,
Once
England
hold
have
on,
England
no
lose
plan.
hold on,
control
hold
of the
on, hold on,
sovereignty of
hold on,
Jamaica,
hold
that's
on.
it.
No, what I'm
Hmm.
saying is this, right? If Jamaica becomes a republic, where it now fully steps away
Yes,
from the
right.
crown, it separates itself totally from the crown, right? So the same consideration that the crown had in negotiating this treaty with the people, the government of Jamaica have a responsibility to negotiate that kind of security for these people as well.
But who said that?
You
But
understand?
who said
Them
that?
have that responsibility.
that is
No,
Human rights.
within the
the
Human
constitution and
rights.
responsibility
legal
the
right
Jamaica
because
have,
it's a legal issue.
the responsibility Jamaica have towards them is because they are Jamaican citizens.
That's a legal
If they
matter.
want, once they renounce their Jamaican citizenship, then Jamaica will have no responsibility for them.
So, all right.
So
So if they
they're
renounce their
gonna have a
Jamaican
Maroon
citizenship,
citizenship,
where
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna have a Jamaican
no, I'm
citizenship.
saying, right?
They're gonna have a Jamaican citizenship.
It doesn't matter. They can have a Maroon citizenship. They
Eh?
can have a Maroon
So they can.
citizenship.
They
They can
can.
have a Maroon citizenship.
They
Yes.
have a Maroon
Yes,
citizenship.
they can.
They do.
When?
They can
No,
have a Maroon
no,
citizenship.
Yeah.
Why
no.
shouldn't
You
they be
can't. You
able?
can't.
Why shouldn't they be able to have a
Man.
Maroon citizenship?
There
If
are people who have got
they
their Maroon
desire,
passports.
as a people to
You
have a
can't have no
Maroon
Maroon
Well,
citizenship,
citizen. Maroon is not a.
give me
why
the
shouldn't
one
they be
where
allowed to
LA
have it?
Lewis give them.
Most the one they matter
No,
about.
I'm saying,
Most the one they matter.
Now,
I'm
man,
saying,
people in
if
Akompong now, and
the
those Maroons are getting their Maroon
if the
passport now.
Maroon
There are
group
quite a few people who have made application for it.
Maroon
if the
passport.
Maroon group,
Recognized by who?
if the Maroon group, Yo, in the Maroon group, right, has a desire to have Maroon citizenship to verify their standing as a member of the Maroon community. Why shouldn't they be allowed to do
I
that?
mean,
Them
no
can
one will
go
stop
and
them.
create a Maroon passport as long as they want, but other countries have to recognize it. And no country in the world is gonna recognize a Maroon passport.
You can't decide that.
Because if they're gonna recognize it, they're gonna say them is a sovereign country within Jamaica, and Jamaica doesn't recognize them as a sovereign country. So you'll be once you recognize a Maroon passport, you have to go sitting there, recline the Jamaican passport as a country. No country can do that.
So is Maroon a sovereign country?
Why you have to do that? Why do you have to do that? Why
if countries not even want to recognize Taiwan, a big old island with over 100 million people, has
an independent country.
As independent. I do Maroon.
Maybe not. But
no. Well, let me say something. Let me say something, King. So are you saying that Maroon is a republic?
No.
What is
what
it?
Are they? Are they independent state?
What are they?
Autonomous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the Caribbean is autonomous.
So
they have their own parish council. They have their own parish council, but Caribbean is a part of Jamaica.
Right, but because they choose to be a part of Jamaica. But if somebody chooses not to be a part of Jamaica in terms of their legal government framework, they have the right.
Yeah, but you have the right if you have the land.
Because
you're breaking up with
their history is before even the
you're breaking up.
It's a legal issue. It's a legal minefield.
Yeah, break up. You're making some good point, Dada, but I can't hear it still. You're breaking in and out. I would love to hear what you say.
Encroaching, breaking their own laws.
No, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is this: that the Maroon people, they have the right to decide how they move forward in the future. And the reason why they have this right.
Yaga, can you hear him, Yaga?
Yeah, I talk about the rights of the Maroon people and the region.
I hear him clearly because
he might freeze up, man. He might freeze up. I don't know. But anyway, let's go and continue to talk. But what I say, this sovereignty thing about Maroon,
this better.
The modern context of it don't seem practical to me, because I don't know what are they going to benefit in terms of sovereignty in Jamaica. How does that benefit them? They want airport. They want build them one airport.
Mining rights.
Brother, we start with schools first. Schools, police station, hospitals.
That is not necessary. That is not necessary. And we start.
So how are you going to have a sovereign nation? So it's not sovereign then.
We start the example with New Zealand. With New Zealand, where the Maori people, they are able to access.
But the Maori people don't have sovereignty. The Maori people, they're not sovereign. They are a group that is an indigenous group. They have a unique culture.
Based on the agreement with the New Zealand government and the restitution that is given to them by the New Zealand government, which Jamaica is not giving to the Maroon, they are able to access the health care of New Zealand. They are able to access education in New Zealand. They are able to access everything in New Zealand. But at the same time, they have their own autonomy. They get to practice their culture and they get to participate politically.
Yeah, but Maroon have more than that. Maroon have more than that in Jamaica.
No, Jamaican Maroons are not recognized politically. That is what is.
No, I'm saying. They have full participation.
Yeah, but
there's no restriction for Maroon whatsoever in Jamaica.
That is what is causing the problem. Because the Jamaica government does not recognize them politically. And
are they want that special privilege?
They are
basically. No, Yaga, do they want special privilege?
Yeah.
I don't think they want any special privilege.
Beyond where every Jamaican have. They don't want to be treated special.
Special privilege. They just don't want the Jamaican government to invade and come in as they want and bring in the corporation. That is what.
But Jamaican government have full sovereignty of the land. There's no way in Jamaican government can go. And there's no way in New Zealand where New Zealand government can go. So what are they? You trying to say that New Zealand government can't go in a certain territory in New Zealand?
As a matter of fact, they've given back certain lands to the Boer people.
Yeah, but you can give them land, I'm saying, but
the army can't go there. The army can't go there.
The army and the police can go there and arrest people for committing crimes.
In a New Zealand, they have a tribunal. So if there's a dispute between the Maori people and the New Zealand government, them settle it legally.
Yeah, okay. But because maybe the conflict between New Zealand and Maori has been more intensified than in Jamaica. Maroon is not a hostile force in Jamaica. The Jamaican government is not hostile towards the Maroon. There has not been no war. There's no war between Jamaican government and the
Maroons.
No,
but some of the people who are advocating Maroon sovereignty are pushing. They're trying to push attention. Create a tension between Jamaican government and the Maroon. Like the Maroon is agitating for something special. And they said they're inviting confrontation with the Jamaican government, somehow thinking that they can win.
I don't think so.
So what are they doing then? What is this agitation? What do they want? So what do they want?
Jamaica said there is one recognized government and Maroon recognize themselves as a government also. So they need
So the Maroon to have a government, you need to have sovereignty. I mean, you're autonomous. You're part of another government. You're not independent. You are autonomous.
There are certain legal minefields that need to address certain legal.
I agree. Clarity. We need to
issue.
Yeah.
We need clarity.
I'm not saying that the Maroon should live by their own law and the police cannot go into the Maroon. But it has to be in negotiation with their government, with their leadership, who is the chief.
But I am saying this to you, that the Maroon authority should be no greater than a parish council.
It's not necessarily greater than
the same rights of a parish council, the same extent of parish council. You cannot stop the Jamaican government from going anywhere in Jamaica.
Based on the treaty, Brother Dulani, that is what is causing the sticking.
Where did it say that in the treaty about the Jamaican government? Where did it say that?
They are holding on and sticking to the treaty.
Because according to that treaty, in essence, would be what would govern the entire Jamaica against the British. It doesn't govern the third party, the Jamaican government. It doesn't incorporate the Jamaican government. So what you're saying that treaty should apply to all of Jamaica then?
No, it only applies to Maroon Town. It only applies to Maroon Town. So if Jamaica
that 1500 acre.
If Jamaica government wants to do something on Maroon lands, it has to be done in negotiation, and they have to come together and sort out what the difference is. And have an agreement
we need
to make this possible.
We need legal clarification on that. It doesn't sound as if there is clarity on that, because if you're sovereign, you control the place. Maroon have a border patrol. So Maroon gonna have, so Maroon will have border patrol. They can deport Jamaican out of Maroon Town. They prevent Jamaican from owning land in Maroon Town.
I don't know what is binding or what is.
I'm saying that a parish council level autonomy should be good enough for Maroon.
More than good enough.
They have to talk good enough, about
that. And we respect their cultural significance in the history of Jamaica. Yes, we respect their resistance, but we also reject and condemn their complicity with our enslavement.
I reject that
We just
also.
have to let that be known and clear on the records. You know what I'm
We
saying?
reject that also.
But the extent to their power, parish council level, that's it.
It has to be in negotiation with them. So the government of Jamaica.
And that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And every council member should be elected, not selected. It should be governed by the standard for all other parish councils in Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
Brother
No, you just got pick. You got pick, man. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. What may I say, right? The issue, you know, with everything is that them don't want to acknowledge this group of people. The government.
But they all acknowledge that thing. They acknowledge.
As Jamaican.
Every year, Prime Minister go up, they go meet with them. They have their cultural thing. But what more you want? You not a sovereign nation.
Culturally, they've recognized.
You not no military. You're not going to get no military up there.
So what may I say, Farah, is this, right? The reason why these things is even in question is because of the history of these people, right? These people are, I don't want to use the word enemy, but they were enemy of the British, right? They were enemies of the British, right?
And they became complicit.
Right, them fight the British, right? As a result of them fight with the British.
It started out as that.
As a result of them fight with the British, them negotiate a treaty to end the fight, right? Some conditions of the treaty were not desirable, were not good. But
not favorable to us.
But there are conditions in the treaty that are good. You understand what I said? There are conditions in the treaty that are good, i.e., securing their land ownership forever, right? Securing their land ownership forever and the right to rule their land, right? So what I'm saying is, right, so you say you want to give them parish council level of autonomy, right? Autonomy. What I'm saying is this: the government don't want to even give them that. You understand? So this is what Yaga has been saying from the beginning of the reason to say politically they're ignored in the political framework and in Jamaica.
It sounds as if the treaty needs to be renegotiated then.
Yeah.
So this is what we're saying.
That treaty would have to be renegotiated with who? With Britain?
No, with the government of Jamaica.
But Jamaican government is not a signatory.
Yeah, but it's like two government now between the Maroons and Jamaica. So it's
no. It's between the colonial power and the Maroon.
Right. So
it's between the British Empire and the Maroon.
So that's the original treaty.
So how do you become a negotiating party to a treaty that you were not a part of?
When Jamaica
this is the response. This is the response.
That is what they should have done.
This is the response. This is the response, right? So
okay, go ahead, brother.
After independence, the position of the crown was replaced by the government of Jamaica. Correct? So now the government of Jamaica. No, I'm saying not really, because we know that the crown still control.
Still did it.
But in terms of paperwork, it's no the government of Jamaica, right? Because they're independent, right? So in this transition
arrangement.
In this transition, the treaty now has to be negotiated now between the government of Jamaica and the Maroons. You understand? So because that treaty between the British is now passed. So now, just like I said, if the Portuguese had come and the Maroons wanted to maintain their
assert themselves, yes,
right, maintain their sovereignty, they would have to either renegotiate with the Portuguese, or they would have to go back to fighting.
Right. Or surrender.
Right? So one of the three. So what I'm saying is, now that we have a different officiating body in this area, being the government of Jamaica, why would they not want to recognize these people to say, okay, let's have a conversation to see how we can secure your sovereignty. You understand?
Okay, let me respond to that now. Remember, because there's some principle involved. And I'm on the side of principle. First of all, the Maroon is not separate from us. See, these are things that I'm not going to accept. This separation, this division. We're all one blood. If you examine our blood, we're all from the same region of Africa who come to Jamaica on those same ships.
That's
You
why
know what
it
I'm
is
saying?
shocking to me that a black-led government is not recognizing them.
No, I mean, if it's going to be hold on, let me continue. If we're going to renegotiate the treaty, it would only to expand it to cover all Jamaicans. If that's going to be the case, and then no, we just get rid of the part them that is dishonorable, and then we keep the part them because there's so much of it that's so insulting. Who's going to pick our leaders? Who's going to be? Or they have to maintain the passage, but we go and get permission from the council before they can bring them goods come down there. The treaty stipulate a whole lot of insulting terms. But we want to cherry pick.
We understand why that is the case as well.
We want to cherry pick. But what I'm saying, if we're going to renegotiate completely. But I am saying that we have to be realistic now. Because remember I say, the Governor General is still there in Jamaica. So technically, why don't the Maroon them appeal to the Governor General for clarity?
There is nothing for that to happen.
And what's the response? What's the response?
They still are held by the treaty. They still are held by the treaty. So that's why the issue.
Have we got any modern communication to verify that?
This is what I'm saying, but this is why the issue is not with the Governor General. The issue is with the government of Jamaica.
But without the Governor General, the treaty is null and void.
The treaty still
stipulates that the Governor General will be picking the next leaders for the Maroon.
So this is what I'm saying.
That is invested according to the treaty. Exactly.
Right.
Brother
they have the colonial government have tied themselves in. The colonial
the Jamaican government.
No, what I'm saying.
And which two white men live up there?
Yeah, exactly. So we say we have to look at the mechanism, the way the treaty is written. It's written to maintain colonial dominance.
Yeah. And we are
it's written that way.
I don't know why we are trying to hang on for colonialism.
Why do we want to hang on to this? Just Jamaican sovereignty. Well, on the next another question. Well, on my brother. Is Jamaican sovereignty not good enough?
No.
So what more they want?
Because Jamaica is holding on to too many. Jamaica is holding on to too many of the past, brother.
No, what I'm saying to you is this. Do they want their own military? Do they want their own military?
Oh, the Maroons?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not what they're advocating for.
So what would sovereignty give them? What would sovereignty give them?
It gives them the rights to mine the land.
So who's stopping them from mining the land?
Jamaica need to authorize that.
So hold on. I thought they was opposed to mine. Hold on there. Yaga, I thought they was opposed to mine.
You understand this?
Oh, they want to mine the land now. I thought they was opposed to mine. I thought they opposed mining.
That is what I am
saying. But they're saying that the capital country is supposed to be off limit.
That would give them the right. Brother, remember say I know bauxite alone them can't mine. Remember say I know minerals alone them can't mine. Because
nothing is stopping them. But nothing, you don't need sovereignty to do mining.
Yes, the Jamaican government is in the way of that because them want to bring in the corporation them.
Where is that? Yeah, there is actually a mining authority, an environmental authority in Jamaica that is regulating the whole operation of mining in Jamaica.
Yeah, but they want
all they have to do is go through the procedures. So is Maroon government want to establish their own mining authority and their own environmental authority?
Me don't know about that, but me I say if them
okay, what about electricity? What about electricity and power? Are they willing to build their own power plant? No, I'm saying, are they willing to build their own power plant? Are they willing to do that?
We don't know what them are doing on them constitution, brother. It is as it
but these are economic issues. These are economic issues that can be worked out.
We already passed the part in account. It established these people in New Zealand use the facilities of the country. have access to the facilities of the country. So the Maroons would still have access to those things.
Dada,
but
the people in New
But what about
Zealand are not
sovereignty?
sovereign. They are
What
not
about-
sovereignty. They're not
They're not
sovereign.
sovereign, though.
Brother.
They're not
Everyone
sovereign.
is sovereign.
No, I mean,
Everyone
on a
is
personal
sovereign.
level, I
we're
understand
talking,
that. What's about
we're saying this
politically?
all the time since everyone is sovereign. We're talking like their own sovereign people in New Zealand.
Yeah,
They are part of New
military.
Zealand, like everybody
Yes,
else.
Your own Minister of
New
Defense.
Zealand,
Yeah.
New
Secretary
Zealand
of
have
State.
them the right to practice them culture and to participate politically and have them own systems. Them recognize that.
Maroons
And they also
participate
gave
in
them
every level.
representation.
In every level, they vote in elections in Jamaica as Jamaicans. They use Jamaican police station. Everything they do in Jamaica, they do. They are not like a side piece or like that. They are part of Jamaica.
But they're not recognized as Maroons, and that's the point that you guys
recognized
making.
So you want them to have you want them to have everything that Jamaican have, but have a special privilege different from Jamaicans.
We can't have it both way, brother. We can't have it both way. If you want to repeal the treaties, we have to repeal the anti-slavery laws where Jamaica still uphold and practice the same way. We have
brother, in your way.
I agree.
Oh,
sorry, my brother.
And that way I say not the reasoning.
Well, we definitely can do that. When we become a sovereign nation, Jamaica itself is not even sovereign.
Jamaica need to take those steps, brother. The government of Jamaica needs
I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah,
we need to.
That's why
it need to be a discussion where everything is clear to everybody in the country, to the Maroons, and everything is clear.
Exactly.
What the treaty hold, what you know what I mean? What the premise of it, what authority them have with this treaty. Personally, I think this treaty should be gone just like everything.
Null and void, yes.
Part, right? And
Brother Delani,
yes, sir.
What may I say is this, right? You see, the respect, just out of respect for people on a human level, there's no reason why the government of Jamaica should be opposed to giving these people the opportunity to express themselves in this identity what them have. I remember saying, I'm not choose this identity.
But they're not being stopped, though, Natty. They're not being stopped. I don't see how they've been stopped.
What's that them?
They are.
Who's stopping them?
I mean, what's up them? You just said them on a Maroon, them are Jamaican. So that's true. So there's something stopping them.
Them on a who?
They are Maroons. They are Maroon. They're Maroon.
They're Maroon.
They're Maroon by name, but they're not Maroon in terms of their, ethnic and racial background.
And that is where the problem lies, because people want to just say, oh, they're Maroon by name. You understand? But in reality, they're not just Maroon by name. They have a long heritage.
Catching slaves.
Yeah, but the long heritage is Africans. Their heritage is Africans.
Right.
They're not Maroon. Maroon is a Spanish name that was given to them.
Because they were there.
Right, but this group of Africans. Because of
but when you free yourself, you reclaim your identity. You don't accept the identity of that was imposed on you.
You know,
the chief now. The chief is moving away from colonel, calling himself chief. Now call himself king. Because he recognized that. I have spoken to the chief, and they agree that this colonel thing needs to be abolished. I've spoken to Sterling several times. I've sat down with him, I've led the conversation with him about this colonial thing. And he agreed a lot of this thing. And he said he's a Ashanti. He says he's a part of the Khan people. You see it? But because of this fanciness with Maroon now, we're willing to accept a misnomer. Maybe it sounds good, or it sounds cute. But if we're about accuracy, and about truth, we know the Maroon is just another Jamaican group.
Yeah.
They're Africans.
There are issues that need to be addressed, brother. And it's not anti-Jamaica as opposed to the Maroon. We just need clarity. And
I think
we need the things to be made clear what exists under both jurisdiction so that everybody can clear in all of that.
I think it's ideological. I think it's ideological at this moment. I think this is ideologically driven. I don't think it's driven. I don't think it's driven by any moral imperative or any push for the truth or for honesty. Because if we're about honesty, if we look at our biology and who we are as a people, we're not Maroons. That's the reality of it. We're African people.
Yeah.
That's like Caledonian. We look at Caledonian, say Caledonian is this, or people from Chile is that, or come on, man. These are colonial designation, no different from a Kingstonian. What the hell is a Kingstonian in the history of African people?
The Jamaican government needs to do the right thing, brother, and sort out the issue.
Maroon, they need the right thing too. The right thing to apologize for all the rebellion where them put on all of the people them where they murder. We are trying go against the rebel. Yeah.
The betrayal.
Yeah, man, all the betrayal where them working with the colonial masters for prolong slavery.
And that treaty itself, my brother, that treaty is an embarrassment. I don't know if you read that treaty properly.
Yeah,
but why them holding on to it then?
That's why them need to come together and have a discussion.
But why you want them hold on to it?
Because I don't want them.
Why you want them hold on to it? I'm not talking. My position is not just on the treaty. The treaty is there because that's what they use to safeguard their sovereignty. My position is that these people, this group of people, have a heritage that they hold true to and say, this is our heritage, this is our identity. And they have a right to do that.
But what I'm saying is the history of the Maroons is to inflict, because you don't get a Maroon, right? So I'm saying the history of the Maroon is to inflict pain on your ancestors, which and you are your ancestors. You are your ancestors. So why you want the history of the Maroons to prevail? When they did that to your ancestors.
None of us agree with that, brother.
That's a part of the history. That's a part of the history of the Maroons. And the main part of the history. That's why that. It is the main part, because the reason why, one of the reasons why they were autonomous, I give privilege, is because they were supposed to go and catch, save, and keep the slave under control.
No, it's because
without them doing that, the British didn't need them.
They didn't need them militarily. That's why the treaty was signed.
They didn't need them if it wasn't for that.
The British slipped that in there upon them.
Because the British saw that they could divide and rule and use them to prolong slavery. And they did a good job at it.
And
the Maroons murdered Taki. The Maroons murdered Paul Bogle. The Maroons murdered Sam Sharp. They murdered Three Finger Jack. And all these great warriors who were trying to end slavery. The Maroons did that. You know what I mean? So we can't go on like the Maroon is these precious people. Maroon is against I, because they were against I ancestor.
That is one aspect of their heritage.
Just like the colonial master was against I, and we know with them, so we know with whoever did uphold slavery and inflict damage on I ancestor, I against all of them. So I against Maroon. Yes, we love them as black people, but them have it. Dash with that Maroon thing and come together as one black people, as it was.
One sovereignty.
I know I know Maroon, and I born Maroon.
That is one aspect of their history. That is one aspect of their history. Understand? That's one
aspect you want me to
and it's one damaging aspect of the issue. So we're not gonna look past that. We now move past that and go about sovereignty. We now move past that. At that part there, at that part the earth, I ancestor. So I now move past that.
Give me a chance to say something now. Give me a chance to say something now. We cannot, because of this single aspect of their heritage, discard everything that these people have done. Right? We cannot do that.
I do that. I do that. I do that.
I said that.
Yeah, man, we can do it. I do that.
Well, you're doing that.
Yes.
That's your choice. But I'm saying that we cannot.
But I know we too. I don't know we because I know that. So you have to say, you have to use you.
So what's that? What is greater? Jamaican sovereignty and Maroon sovereignty?
It's not as simple as that, brother.
None is greater. None is greater. None is greater.
There's a lot of
so giving them, elevating them to Paris Council is not good enough.
It's not as simple as that.
I'm saying enough for you.
I don't think they ever had that kind of power before.
It is not as simple as
that. I can't tell them to understand. The Maroon so-called government is very loose. There's no structure, there's no institution, there's no enforcement, there's no real legal body, policy making body up there.
Because of all of these things.
What I'm saying, by giving them the level, by giving them the level of a parish council, that would be giving them tremendous acknowledgement.
Agreed.
So but parish council don't have sovereignty.
We'll use the reason why I said something, right? Because of this group of people that existed prior to even the establishment of the government of Jamaica.
That's correct.
To this day, does not have parish council level organization. That's not just coincidental. But
there's a lack of organization there.
Why?
I mean, listen, brother.
You can't the Maroons them repeal the treaty. More you call for the Jamaican government now for repeal the practices them which them still are promulgating in Jamaica.
But we've been to do that. We've been to do that.
Agree.
All colonial aspect, you know.
All colonial
remnants of colonial is in we are burning, you know. So we now go burn the government for them colonial, they are hanging the colonial the aspect them, you know. And we now burn
the Maroon. Them, you know.
Yeah, yes. We now left them out now.
Everybody
Maroon is special. What's special about Maroon?
Ignore the legal parameters.
What's special about them?
Well.
And everybody Maroon are trying to escape slavery, you know. By the way, the other people, the people that are trying to escape slavery, them prevent that. After them get them freedom or for them semi-freedom, them try to stop everybody else from get them freedom. And before, hang on to that, I make them special. No, they're not special, man.
So what we can come to know, what we can safely say, there's still some outstanding issue need to be resolved in Jamaican history. The status of the Maroon them need to be clarified. Maybe even codified into law. Exactly. So we know where they stand.
Exactly.
So we then know where they stand.
Exactly.
And I heard in the election that the PNP was going to give them a seat in the Senate in Jamaica. That's what I'm getting to understand. You know that body that is not elected, where they appoint people in that body. Yes. They will say they will give them a seat so they can be in the parliament and participate in politically and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know there's a body in the parliament where them pick people for them outstanding service.
But the Senate itself need to be abolished, so I don't even know about that either.
Yeah, but I'm not showing that politically. These are some of the promises that's been done.
Once you have political arrangement,
you're gonna have this kind of compromise to kind of legitimize the Maroon. Them. I believe personally that the Maroon has been legitimized. There's no one questioning the cultural significance of the Maroon in Jamaica. Personally, you know what I'm saying. I think what Maroon, I think what is happening in Maroon is trying to agitate for some more tension in Jamaica between them. I think they're trying to seek clarity. They're trying to test the boundaries. They're trying to test the boundaries.
I don't know.
Remember one of the primary things, one of the primary things that gave rise to this modern discussion of this issue, is the proposed mining in the carpet country, right? And I'm saying one of the things that gave rise to this modern discussion is the proposed mining in the cockpit country.
Yeah, chip it again, Dada.
Right?
Say it again, Dada.
Well,
say it again.
May I say, yeah, here I know. Now here I see me.
Yeah, in and out. You in and out.
In and out.
You were saying something about the proposal.
Well, yeah, man, I said the reason why this discussion arise in this time is because of the proposed mining in the
Who's proposing mining in the cockpit country?
The government.
No, I never heard that. There was a documentary.
Yes,
There's a documentary that came to Jamaica that kind of insinuated that they were from Vice. And that documentary spread this propaganda that they somehow this international company was trying to come in to mine the cockpit country. But when you look on the books in Jamaica, those are protected places. Those are no-go areas. So it's like somebody trying to stir up conflict when there's no conflict there.
And there is a thing out there that there are outside players working with the Maroons.
Yes, like me and big names and billionaire near me a show there and other people near
that.
But and then Yaga, you have to address some things. There's some disturbing identity issue developing in the Maroon camp. Moorish, Indigenous, all these type of talk, distracting. They are meant to just divide up the people and is this disinformation at best. Maroons are Africans.
The reason
why them are gravitating
all Muslims
again because
all Muslim is involved. He call himself Bay and El and it's big confusion there. I think they're going on a really slippery road, that's my brother. Then if you really pull away from that.
I think, brother, I know what I think. I think it's just another part of people who want to be everything but African people.
There's an element of that because they're moving away. Even some of them now, are claiming to be indigenous to Jamaica.
But Yaga said a while ago, so they are indigenous. So that's why I compare them to the people in New Zealand and people in Canada. And they must say they must say they are indigenous.
But they're not indigenous, my brother. Yeah. They're not indigenous to the Americans.
So they can't have indigenous rights because they're not indigenous.
Because the DNA will expose that reality. There's no indigenous. We may have 1 to 2% of intermarriage between runaway Africans and surviving Tainos. That's the only way you're gonna have any drip of Taino blood in our body.
But overwhelmingly,
the two blood that dominate our vein is the European and Africans.
Yes, sir.
30% of our blood. Most of us are 30% European in our blood, but 0% Taino. Most of us.
Hey, I do our DNA, 92% African, Just putting that out there. Yes, sir.
So
you have enough. You have enough.
92%, man.
Huh?
European.
Yeah. But me, I have European on me too. My one is 70-30.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. 92%, man.
Yeah,
West African.
I wish mine was 100% myself. But let's go. But we have to deal with that's the reality of it.
It is what
that's the reality. We have to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Move on. My loyalty is to my African ancestors.
Yes,
and we condemn what them do to our ancestors. I'm a survivor. I'm trying to survive. I barely survive. It could have worse. It could have worse. You see it. So the atrocities has been at many levels. You see it. But we need to know deal with the Maroon now. Now that we have exhausted a lot of the historical issues them now. Let's see if we can migrate into this modern time now, dealing with hurricane relief and distribution.
Brother Lonnie,
the gripes. Yes, sir.
I was saying to the item that I think there is something within the Maroon community, like, you know what I mean? I think money can make within the Maroon community. Because
they have a brand, they have a
a good brand, and to make a tour, everything is set up right with proper infrastructure and proper, you know what I mean? Some proper thing. It can be a nice tourist spot where people can come, you know what I mean, look what going on and thing. But other from that, I don't really see nothing with now.
I think they need to focus on some scholarship. I think it start with some scholarship. They need to take the Maroon children them and send them to good school to learn management, organization, projects, and builders, contractors, and go back into Maroon Town and build it.
Yeah.
Build the schools.
I think the Jamaican government and the Maroon people them for work with that
together. Yeah. And really, actually,
because we feel them
the Jamaican government and the resources. Yeah. On that, yes.
That way, the government over the years have ignored them. They haven't really put much into the Maroon.
But remember, now they have always, every year, them done the supporting them. When all the delegation they come from Africa, they bring them come to Maroon Town. So I think they have not got the economic support, the financial support. You know what I'm saying? But you can't have it both ways. You can't talk about your sovereignty and you want economic support. You see, so that's what the people who were protesting were saying the same thing.
But they are Jamaicans, they are Jamaicans.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So
they are Jamaicans.
Therefore, the Jamaican government should be able to go in. Well, I don't know if they are Jamaicans. Jamaican government must be able to go in to help Jamaicans.
Yes, right. I agree with that.
And the hurricane relief.
Within the confines of what exists within the treaty and the constitution. It has to be in discussion.
So which part of the treaty? Which part of the treaty restrict Jamaican government and military from going into Maroon Town?
It does not necessarily reject them, but they can object to having them in there.
Oh, which part of the treaty said that?
Brother Lani, as you said before, the treaty state that they will make pathway.
The other way around.
So the government can go up there, the colonial at the time can go up there. So if Jamaica represent that now, then they will make pathway for the government can go up there.
Yes. It's the other way around, Yaga. Yaga. There's the Maroon them who need permission to go anywhere out of Maroon Town. I know. The Jamaican government need permission. If they need to.
That is not what the issue is, brother. The issue is not that. That is not what the issue is.
The people them need assistance, and the government have the most effective way of getting it done, the cheapest way for everybody. Because the man them in a Maroon Towns, if we are going to do the work, we need pay. The Jamaican government is coming to do it for free.
For free.
There are people in other parts of Jamaica that need the same assistance, brother. Why they're not doing it there? Like a place.
They will. Remember, say they have a festival on the 6th. They have a festival on the 6th. Yes, man. No, well on the Yaga. They have a festival on the 6th. They need rapid assistance to get that infrastructure ready for that festival. Without the Jamaican government helping them, it's impossible for them to be in any shape.
They will take the aid, they object to the JDF. They said they will take
the aid to them. They don't have the manpower to repair those people's house.
Bring the aid to them. Give them the aid. Them say they will take the aid. Them now want JDF.
Yeah, but they will them say still. Them can't. I mean,
they can't dictate that.
Yeah, them can't dictate that.
They can't dictate that.
It's Jamaican people up there.
As a government,
it's Jamaican people. Yeah.
Can't accept that. Jamaican government can't accept. If I was the prime minister, we couldn't accept that.
There are Jamaican people out there suffering, and the Jamaican government has to go in and help Jamaican people.
Exactly.
It has to be the government is not doing that because I've said they are not doing that in a place called Cave because the people in Cave, them roof off and they need that sign of support. And they are not.
Yes, man. They tried. They got them in all parish.
They need to start picking.
No. The reason why Maroon come up now is because they need assistance to get their festival going.
The whole of Jamaica need
assistance.
No
yes, but what are they? Yes, it's a keep it. Well on there. Yaga. Currie say, you don't listen to the press conference, Yaga. Them say they might keep the festival. I agree with you, Yaga.
Festival.
No festival no fair go on right now. I agree with you. But the man said they must keep festival. So the
And that's the
government,
premise on which the Jamaican
in
government
front of the Prime Minister, in front of the Prime Minister, he said it. And the Prime Minister said to the whole nation, right this with Currie beside him, say he's going to do everything is possible to help them get ready for the festival.
Okay. Okay. So why
But
not give
what
them
I'm
the
saying,
aid then and exclude the military part?
but that
Why
was a
should he?
part of the agreement.
Why should
They
he?
came there and said that that's what they're
Them
going to
don't.
Yeah, him
do.
say in front of Currie.
Them later come and say them don't
In
want
front
that
of
part, fella.
Currie.
Him say in
In
front of
front
Currie,
of
you know.
Currie
Later
and
come
the,
and say they don't want that part.
he said it in front. He
This
said
is
it in
how we
front of
have the
Currie and in front of the
conversation.
world.
The road
But
and the
this is why we
street, the
have
road
the
and the street,
conversation
because
now.
when him said in front of Currie, when him said in front of Currie, Currie never have no objection to it.
No,
But
objection to
with
it.
the word is him puppet master them say they don't want the JDF, so him come back come say that.
Yes, that's the word of the street. No,
Yeah,
In man say meet with the street of elders, the
yeah.
community of elders.
The foreman.
it's handpicked council.
I don't know who is the
Yaga,
committee. I don't know how they are elected
but
in
Yaga,
a state governance structure.
there's another part of Yaga. Every parish there is construction going on. The African countries them are coming in. Ethiopia, Rwanda, Ghana, and Kenya. They're going
A
into
lot of
4
aid is
different
going
parishes.
into Jamaica.
No, these are engineers. These are engineer group that will be going in to fix roofs. So maybe they can ask for one of those African countries to come into a compound, come do the repair then.
That's acceptable.
I mean,
That is acceptable.
and then
That is acceptable.
then JDF can go and do other
Elsewhere.
area.
Simple.
Yeah,
So maybe even Ghana,
Hey, hold on there.
maybe even Ghana can come and do that.
My big question. What is the problem with having the JDF helping with the relief?
And guess what? It's the Ghana military, you know. Let me be clear about this. It will be the Army Corps of Engineer from the Ghanaian Army who will be coming to do the work. So you're willing to accept the Ghanaian government, military, but not the Jamaican military?
Are they?
Yes. 4 countries in Africa will be sending their military engineering group.
To Akompong?
No,
not to Akompong.
No.
4 parish.
Okay.
Rwanda's going into 1 parish. Ethiopia's going into 1 parish. Kenya is going into 1 parish, and Ghana is going into 1 parish.
So most likely them
So
every
who would they want? Who would they want? The foreign
use their own partners. They said
the foreign military, or the Jamaican military?
I don't know who are their partners they're gonna use, but they refuse clearly the Jamaican military.
Okay.
Yeah, my question I'm gonna ask is why the Maroons them don't want the JDF to help with the aid. What's the problem with that?
I don't think that the issue is not wanting the JDF to help with the aid. I think that the issue is that because of the history, right? And
what
their
history?
stance historically, the Maroons being opposed to the colonial masters, and because they understand that the government of Jamaica is basically a representative of the crown, understand? That is why they are opposed to it.
But the Jamaican government and Maroon are not at war.
There's no history.
And the treaty states that the colonial government could have come in. So they don't have a problem with the colonial government coming in.
The history ended in 1738. After that, there was no more history about military occupation.
But I'm saying
they gave the rights.
The treaty state. The treaty state
they gave the rights.
Come in. The treaty them could come in.
Yes.
So with upholding the treaty, they should let him.
And they should be living up there.
The JDF then.
They should have two representatives should be living up there.
I'm even certain they are members of the Maroon community who are in the forces as well. So if
exactly,
I have a theory. I don't know how much that theory will be proved, but I think because of the history again, they don't want a force within their parameters, within their boundaries, because they are suspicious of them and they are afraid of being recolonized.
What about the people of what about the people of Jamaica? What about the people of our compound? What about their views?
The people are split along political lines, so the views are expressed along political lines.
Yes.
Hey, listen, from the moment you hear your drum of them, from the moment you lose your drum of them, you know, you lose a big force, you know.
Yeah. I
look at that, you know. Most of the artists them up there.
I'm not sure none of them the people are playing on our drums them.
But the man give you the history of the drum. He said that drum that go back for years. He said this a drum that go back to all the original Maroon them. And then I tell about oh woman can't touch a drum, yeah. You know, listen to them.
Problem. That's why we also need the clarity, brother, because too many people are giving advice and they are listening to too many people, and people come and everybody are expert now, so they want to have
there's also another side where some people are in fear. I hear girls says, boy, right now our family is probably in jeopardy because up there run like Taliban, like Afghanistan.
There's always been infighting, man. Always been infighting. May I show you a thing? See?
You know, see.
I have a virgin who is an extension officer. And he was placed in the area to do some work. See? And help with pepper production, Scotch bonnet pepper production. And when him go up there, him don't know about the politics we are going up there, and him start link with some of the people in on the ground, and him start out there in high fields, but it seems like a wrong set of people him link with. And he start cause a problem for him. Them have to move him out of the area because him link with the wrong people them. So the people them is split on political line, and a lot of the decisions, I think, the people them are making is a long political line, which is not really helping because up a compound is a PNP area and further down a JLP area. And last year when we traversed up there last year, the PNP was touring up there, and after the opposition realized that the PNP tour up there, them go up there. And he might try to give them some hat and thing and then refuse to take the hat and the hat, or then receive hat from the PNP and away the hat them, and it cause a big argument with the opposition.
With the government?
So, yeah, with the government. Yeah, because I think a PNP area.
Okay.
Yeah. So
basically with the
PNP MP than the JLP MP.
Oh,
and
basically with the
people up there.
Basically with the demonstration
of Marky J, them start get them nickers in a twist, as them would have said.
Basically with the demonstration where that go and take place, I think last week. Basically that Currie that say a political thing. They are like a JLP people are demonstrate.
So that
the problem. According to when we understand, say it is common for the JDF go up there. And the people them mingle with JDF, and the youth them love the JDF up there, and them learn all kind of local scouting type of things from the JDF them, survival techniques, and then go and meet them. They said there was never an issue with mingling with the JDF.
Aspect of the place, you know,
personally, I feel like I just them just want make a you know what I mean? A little statement, you know what I mean? Like, we run this one, because you look on the whole thing, it's much about nothing. Yeah, get help from a force where know how to do them thing there. You know what I mean? And Sabo, you know what? And you and the Jamaican government in no war. You know what I mean?
But you see the people them come out and say that straight up, say them want the help. Oh, and by the way, the previous colonel has spoken as well. Him say he support them for have it. He made the same argument about sovereignty. He say, where is our sovereignty? We don't have our own light, we don't have no own water, we don't have no airport, we don't have no passport.
Why never he come out and say when he was there?
No, but it never was an issue. It was on board. But them say
was always
in
an issue. Like
in a February, but in a February he may run back again. Cause him said JDF go in there. You know what I'm saying? Him said that, you know, this idea them coming with, and him lick out on this indigenous talk and this
Why?
Moorish indigenous Taino, copper tone. It's getting that the part is getting mad.
They are just know what Maroon and a compound. There has always been infighting up there.
Yeah, we can suspect that. Because they try to overthrow the Maroon in the Portland, you know. They try to overthrow them, you know. You know, using a young girl over there one time there, you know. Cause you see the one that we talked to, the chief named Sterling.
That
you
is
see? Moortown, yeah. And they tried to launch a coup against the man. You know, see, but it never worked. I think the young girl get about 2 votes or 3 votes.
It happens all the time, brother. All the time it happens. Especially at election time.
Right. Because Currie ambition is to unite all of the Maroon and him to be the leader. That is objective. But the treaty don't cover none of that.
Yeah, but it seems like they are stepping outside of the treaty, which makes sense. Because if you want to achieve more collectively, you are stronger than separately.
I agree. They'll be stronger. They'll be stronger as a become one Jamaican.
Yeah. Even better as one Jamaican. So the government needs to do the right thing, man.
Or they cannot let the Maroon thing and us be Jamaican. One Jamaica. Yeah.
And we respect them as a cultural entity. Them have a yearly thing where everybody can make a change. You know, see, when the whole of a visitor come, the vending can go on and everybody make a change.
Just like we want Rastafari to be respected as a cultural entity.
Same way.
Maroon to be respected as a cultural entity.
Good analogy.
They are respected as a cultural entity. They are just not respected politically.
Which is right.
Who?
Maroons.
Yeah, what I'm saying. But should Rasta get political entity respect as well?
If Rasta want to change things, they are going to need to be in a governance.
So what you call it? Bubba Hill should become a sovereign territory.
Me don't know about sovereign. Me don't know about sovereign.
So they are sovereign?
They are sovereign. Yes, they are sovereign.
You see, it's complicated.
I misuse the word sovereign.
Yeah, because if we give those special treatment to Maroon, we have to give it to Rasta as well.
Yeah, they are cultural.
Agreed.
They are cultural.
Agreed.
Entity
within Jamaica.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes. And maybe all the Kumina people, they may want it too.
Kumina people want it too.
They deserve it too. They deserve it too.
So Jamaica,
so Jamaica, I got to be states within a state.
Not a state.
Multiple states.
Multiple states within a state.
So you still have to identify the many too. You still have to acknowledge the many. Out of many, one people.
Out of many, one people.
So the thing that are the one people, so you have Rasta, you have Maroon.
Identify and acknowledge the many. You still have to acknowledge the many.
That's like Rasta say Rasta is a cultural group in Jamaica. Maroon is a cultural group. But out of Rasta, Maroon, and Christian, and I mean, I one country same way.
You cannot say, right? You cannot say the people are supposed to give up their identity and adhere to the Jamaican identity, because that's not what it is. Jamaican identity is made up of Maroons, is made up of Kumina people, is made up of Rastafari people, it's made up of all of these people. All of these people have a right.
That's correct.
People.
You understand? To
live
but if you said they are sovereign, they are no longer Jamaican.
I think we have to move away from the sovereignty thing.
If you say they are sovereign, they are no longer Jamaican.
But you say,
autonomy.
That's not accurate. That's
They
not
are
accurate.
Jamaicans.
I think the word more aligned with self-governance or some autonomous. But I mean, like a parish council. I mean, that's the best you can. That's the only autonomy you're gonna get in Jamaica right now. You're not gonna get no more than that. I tell you the
The
truth.
government needs to do the right thing, brother.
Because when they go to
I agree.
Republic,
It's overdue. It's
when they go to
overdue.
Republic, I think that's the opportunity for us to just settle
Government do
that
the right
once
thing
and for all.
and let Maroon know that they are just another
Straight,
community in Jamaica. That's why they should let them know.
straight.
Yeah.
They've
They
already
are
done that.
cultural.
That's why
They
they
are
said there is
cultural.
one government.
They
That's
are
why
cultural
Andrew said there is
entity.
only one government, recognized
That is
government of
correct.
Jamaica.
Huh?
And there
They've
can be
already done
no.
that. And that is what
There
the
can be
problem is.
no. There is no such thing as a no-fly zone in your own country by your own government. That can't go on. No-fly zone. No, sir. You can fly anywhere in your country,
Who said
man.
that? Who said that?
Now the man would talk about no
No fly
JDF.
zone?
But that's exactly what it means.
Yeah, but they can't enforce that.
Exactly. So
They
what a
can't
confrontation
enforce
I'm
that.
seek. They can't force that. Exactly.
Somebody
A
say
helicopter will
over
be
Maroon,
coming.
over compounds, and no fly zone.
You hear them say no military.
Oh yeah.
Freedom doesn't end
Okay.
independence, brother.
They say no JDF. Oh, you think them will come in there? They will come in there with helicopters. You don't see it. Because some of them places are
Freedom doesn't end
impossible.
independence. That's where it begins. So the
Huh?
government needs to do the right thing.
A lot of the supplies will be dropped by ear as well. So listen, man, it is impractical what they're trying to do, and it is
Try to achieve.
mischievous,
Yeah.
and it's further divide us up. But I'm not opposed to getting clarity on these things.
Yes, that's what we want.
You know,
Clarity. Because this
yeah,
discussion
I'm not
is
opposed,
going on. You know what I mean?
and it's going to come back again,
Yeah. We need clarity.
forward again, because many of us Jamaicans not going to settle well with us the role the Maroon have played after that treaty. And I say it was in theory alone. They actually carry out a lot
That's
of
right.
the
The
agreement.
actions. Yeah, man.
They
And
carry
we
out
And
it.
condemn
you know,
that action. We
and he said
condemn
you
that
will be
action.
handsomely compensated.
And they were.
You know, these are really traitorous
Yeah,
language.
man, we condemn that aspect of it.
I agree, and I respect
We
that.
But
I
condemn
want
that
the
you
aspect
can't
Maroon,
of
say
it as
I
well.
condemn the
want, I
aspect of it
want the
like say it
Maroon
a little
leadership.
small. Like a small thing,
Yes,
Yeah.
I would
It's a
love the
small thing.
Maroon. Yes, I
It's
would
not
love the
a
Maroon
small
leadership
thing,
to
but
come out and say it like how you say it right now. I would love them to come out clear and bold and say to the Jamaicans and to the world that we apologize and we condemn that and we reject that. That them to say.
Yeah.
And we
you
can
know,
move
it's not
forward from
every
there.
man.
So them to
Yes,
come
sir.
together and
Yeah, man, and
all
give
four of them need to
thanks.
come together and issue a giant communique.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, give thanks for the moment.
Yes,
Give
King.
thanks for the reasoning. You know, it's a great energy. Full circle as well, you know. Give thanks to Brother Delano for circling and joining with us. Great energy again. Always a joy. Brother Yaga,
Yeah,
Okavango,
man, give
that's
thanks.
Dada. Yeah, man, give thanks for the moment, my lord.
Yes, sir.
Rise up.
Aye.
Ashe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ashe.
Do the right thing to state with our nation, with Mr. Prime Minister.
Seal it.
Yaga.